Wally Henry goes tonight. He was pretty good the other day against Hawthorn, but fell out of the side last year after being pretty disappointing. Yeah, he'll want to grab a spot in that Cats forward line.
One great news story from a Geelong perspective, who's back as well. Missed all of last year was Tanner Bruin. Obviously, what went on. He was cleared of all wrongdoing. He's back in the lineup again tonight. And another one from a young perspective for Geelong who can add a bit.
Yeah, no, he's a talent, no doubt. They missed him last year, so he'll be coming back in and looking to see how he goes, because he gives them a bit of outside run, and he's a good player. So looking forward to having a look at him tonight. The other one I'm keen to have a good gig at is Jay Polkinghorne, the Norwood boy, who impressed against Hawthorn. He's a 190cm forward, which is not tall, but he's very good overhead and quite athletic. So he'll get his chance tonight.
I wonder whether they're sort of planning for life after Jeremy Cameron, obviously injured in the grand final. Jezza not getting any younger, and Polkinghorne is young himself. And
it's his second season.
Yeah, second season. So and improving as the years go on. I wonder whether games like this are just going to be a little injection. And if Jezza doesn't get up for opening round, then you've got a ready-made replacement.
Well, they're going to have a good look at him. This is the time to do it, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the other one's the ruck. Mitch Edwards is playing tonight, who I am looking forward to seeing. The big fella, he's starting on the bench tonight. You might want to run through who's starting on the benches for each side there, guys.
Absolutely. So for the home side, Carlton, Campbell Chesser, Cooper Lord, Francis Evans, Liam Reedy, the former Docker, Lockie Fogarty, Taylor Byrne, their draftee, and Jordan Boyd on the bench for the Blues. On the bench for the Cats, Zach Guthrie, Mark O'Connor, Mitch Edwards, George Stevens, Mitch Nevitt, Jack Martin, Patrick Dangerfield starting on the bench. I wonder if his numbers if his minutes will be capped based on Origin, and then Jed Bewes, your man.
Yep, that's. I wouldn't think Danger will be playing 100% of the game. Well, he's certainly not, because he's starting on the bench.
Well, but it's interesting though, Pix, because I wonder what Scotty and the coaching staff want to get out of this, because they are playing in the Gold Coast in 8 days, 7 days, whatever it is. So, I mean, they don't want injuries, but you want to play at a game-like intensity, a proper game-like intensity.
Both teams want this. I mean, Carlton play Thursday and the Cats play Friday, so this is their last proper hit-out. And this will be fair income game tonight, no doubt.
Absolutely. Not far away from getting things started here. You can join us throughout 0433 98 11 16. I reckon, Pickers, remarkably, they've cleared out this little spot underneath us. I wonder if the TV coverage has asked people to go to the other side of the ground tonight, perhaps, because it's only Geelong players underneath us. There was a heap of people here, and they were all fed out. And I wonder whether they've been told they need to move across the other side of the ground for the aesthetics.
I think that's probably right. Mind you, there's a few down the ground level. They're not moving them all over there.
No, but I wonder, there's a couple over there, but whether they just want to shovel them all to the other side.
It doesn't make a lot of sense.
No.
I mean, it's a great view where we're sitting in the old John Elliott stand here at Icon Park, which was the old Prince's Park. Then it was off the Oval.
Yeah. So, not far away. The teams are in their huddles. What do you think from this one? Are you expecting Cats to go full bore and take the job?
Well, look, I think both teams will go full bore. I think Cats will have a bit too much class, but it's only a pre-season game. We say that, but you do want to go in with a bit of touch. Yeah. So I think it's important that you get something out of the game. Yep. Both teams do.
So as we mentioned, opening round for the Carlton Footy Club Sydney at the SCG. So they'll get an early look at Charlie Curnow, and then round one at the MCG against Richmond. And for the Cats, it'll be the Gold Coast at Metricon and Freo at GMHBA in round one, before both teams have a bye in round two.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Can't wait till the season starts. We've got a full round of games this weekend. I've got tomorrow's game as well, GWS in Sydney.
Yes.
And then I'm doing Saturday, I'm doing Eston and St Kilda as well. Oh, Eston and St Kilda without you, thank God.
You got Zipper on that one with you.
Uncle Zip. So,
it's nice to have footy back, it must be said. We've had a big summer of cricket. Aussies did the job, obviously, but it's time to get back.
Not the T20 World Cup, we didn't.
No, they didn't. But anyway, that's okay.
Forced me into an early watch of maths.
Which you can give us if this game peters out, you can give us a little rundown on how things are going.
There's a couple of snakes in there. I don't like him. That new bloke, the army guy, I don't like him. Chauvinist.
Chauvinist. All right, time to get footy underway. We're back for season 2026.
Sam de Koning in the ruck.
Sam de Koning in the ruck for the Cats. And he'll be up against Mark Pittonet. Footy's back. And away we go. The ball up. One by de Koning down into the part there. One back by de Koning, in fact. Over the top, there's Bruin. Walsh gave it to Jagger Smith, who fell down in the contest on the outer side, and will get a ball up straight away.
So Jack Henry to Harry Mackay, who's caused the Cats some real problems in the last couple of years, Harry Mackay.
So ball at ground level. Cripps is in there once more. We're outer side of Icon Park, and we'll get another ball up.
Tom Stewart to Moyer.
Good wrestle on from both rucks. Ball went to ground level. Here's Smith again. Spins out of trouble. Looks for Hollands. He ran over the top of it. Bruin throws his ball to boot to half forward. Coming out was Neal. Dropped it. Left it behind and gave it up, and McGovern will exit defensive 50 to the outer side. Might come back though through Bruin. Gave the handball off to Walsh, who was taken high, and he'll square it up inside.
Good switch.
Yeah, it's good. It's good from the Blues. There's Hayward inside 50. Couldn't take the mark as the ball falls for Ainsworth. Now to Hollands. Sets it up from outside 50 to the top of the goal square. Mackay, no. And at the back there, is that a goal from Hayward? It is. Came through as the Cats were trying to kill the ball over the line, and there's Will Hayward's first impact as a Blues player.
Well, it was a poor kick, actually. It's sloppy defence by Geelong. They let it out the back, and then I don't think they knew Hayward was coming. So the Hollands kick was a poor one. He kicked to a 1-on-3, and spectating was Bruin out the back, and just needed to be a little bit more intense in that situation, and Hayward off the ground. Well done. As I said, they've given Geelong trouble in the last couple of years, Carlton. Even though they finished where they finished and the Cats have finished where they've finished.
Knocked them off in the middle of last year.
Yeah, and the year before.
Yeah.
Gave them a touch-up at the back end of the year before. So they match up okay against Geelong, but that was the old... This is a new, small forward line. This is a dynamic, young forward line. I like it.
So one straight 6 plays, no score. The Blues on the board early. Pitnet took it from the ruck and then banged it on his boot. Inside 50. Mackay the target. Spoil came from Henry at the back. Ball in dispute. Atkins got up high. Took it off him and takes it now to Humphreys. Gives it away to Clark. Back to Humphreys. They work it via hands. O'Sullivan out of defensive 50. Long down the broadcast wing. And Dirksen was there and took a nice grab.
Did really well.
Signed during the week picks, the former Giant.
That was excellent play. He was out of position there, and he was able to work his way to the front. Did well.
Broadcast wing, he sends a high ball inside 50. Mackay's down there. Pack forms. O'Sullivan got a hand to it. Mullen at the bottom of the pack. Ollie Hollands just shovels it out. Did well. Gave it to Cripps. Well. Now to Hewitt.
That's gone.
He was wrapped up in a strong tackle by Atkins. And you said it best, Picks. He was gone. So they'll work it out of defensive 50. Jack Henry steps around Hayward, just gave it back to Lawson Humphreys in the back half. Fans it wide. Out to Bruin. Now to Stewart. Left half back. Sends it down the outer wing. Kick wasn't great. Florent was there, and the Blues will win it back outer side. Send him into attack once more. Long raking kick. Mackay was there. O'Sullivan did well. The push out. It'll be a free kick going Geelong's way.
Oh, it was a bit of a lucky there. There was a push out from O'Sullivan there. Right in the middle of Harry Mackay's back, but I'll say he worked him under.
Stewart to the broadcast wing. Clark got up and double clutched it. Couldn't take it cleanly, so we'll get a boundary throw in.
Walsh going off with the physios. I didn't notice that.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Let's get down to the boundary line where Paddo is. Come back to us, Paddo.
Glenn Pickering, our expert,
sitting next to us
starting very nicely in season 2026. Down in front there of Lord. Ripped away from him, Warple. Gave it to Atkins, to Bruin, back to Atkins. They opened it up by hands. He was looking for Mullen. Couldn't take it cleanly. Ball at ground level at half forward now for the Blues. They're bringing pressure, and Hewitt laid the tackle. And we'll get a ball up again at half forward, about 51 from home.
Just having a look at the replay here of Walsh. It's going off with either ribs or lower back.
Cripps threw it on his boot. Mullen takes the mark. Intercepting, was that a mark? It was.
Go far enough, did it?
No, it'll be a ball up.
There's a bit of overdoing with the handball here, Geelong. Carlton are really pinning the Cats in their forward line.
Hayward left it behind. Atkins gathered and quickly fed it off to Manor. Now they're out here. The Cats only though they were. Bruin.
Well, now they're away.
Yeah, towed forward there by Lawson Humphreys. At the back was Dirksen. He just fumbled it ever so slightly. Opened the door for the Cats. Warple He wasn't able to get clean possession. It'll be a free kick going Geelong's way, or a ball up.
Got a bit of Derek Hall about him. Warple in that Geelong jumper.
Doesn't he? Wearing the number 29.
Derek used to wear number 19. That's a poor handball.
Poor handball by Close. Ainsworth led him back into it. Kick was good there.
We're out here, Hollins.
From Cooper Lord. They bring it to Ollie Hollins on the broadcast wing. He's got time to set up and lace a pass to Harry Mackay.
Well, Geelong overdoing it with the handball. Carlton's pressure has been excellent early. Ball living in the front half for the Blues. Yeah, just a few panic handballs, so that means the pressure of Carlton is up. It's a beautiful night for footy, but this is not the most difficult kick in the world. It'll appear it's a tough kick, but with no breeze, a little bit of a left to right bend here from Big Harry. I reckon he can bang this.
From the paint of 50 at left half forward, he started at left.
Hung it out there.
Didn't bring it back, so a minor score. 1-1-7, plays no score, the Cats. So the Blues lead by 7 points on the scoreboard for Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts.
All the possessions have been won by in defence at the moment for Geelong.
Bruin has had plenty of the footy as he exits defensive 50 once again.
He's up to 7 touches already.
Ollie Henry out of sight. Gets it on the boot quickly. Blitzarv's the target. Couldn't take it cleanly as the spoil came in there from Young. And we'll get a boundary throw in. So see how the new rules all go this year, Picks. Obviously between the arcs, last possession, but if it's spoiled out,
spoil's fine.
Boundary throw in.
5-0, the inside 50s, Carlton's favour. Cats yet to go inside.
So Pitnet up against Neil. Pitnet got a clean hand to it. Warple, a fresh airy. There's Jagger Smith. Now to Cooper Lord. Pitnet back to Jagger Smith on the outer side. Lace out pass. Finds Hayward.
Yeah, they look sharp.
They do look sharp. They go down the outer wing. Kick was nice to Moyer. Just assessing his options further afield. Finds Cooper Lord. So good young core for the Blues in tonight.
Cats with a spare in defence for the long kick.
Lord on the right boot, sets it on its way. Cripps is down there along with Mackay. Spoil came in from De Koning, and Hewitt tried to grab it before it went out over the line. Right in the right forward pocket, about 40 metres around. Crowd not as big as we thought tonight, Picks, to be honest. With
it's still not a
back
bad
on a Wednesday night, no?
Pre-season game, but
Pitnet slapped it into the oncoming Dempsey. Humphreys, he's had plenty of the footy. Gets it on the boot quickly to the outer side. Young with the spoil. Out in front of Dirksen, who was clever there with the little toe poke to Hollins. Got it back to Dirksen. Now gave it to Dean, the pick 3. Back to Dirksen again. Some early impact. He tried to get the handball off. Umpire let him play. Dean funneled it out now to Ollie Hollins. He's wrapped up in a strong tackle by Ollie Henry. And a ball up on the outer wing.
Put a bit of size on Ollie Henry.
Thrown up, Blitzarv's.
That's better by the Cats.
It certainly was. They send it to half forward with a bouncing ball. Out in front of Polkinghorn. Gathered and was wrapped up by Lewis Young. Left half forward. Another ball up. 1-1-7, no score, sorry, Pickers.
We're finally inside 50.
So at the back, Dempsey gave it to Max Holmes. Spins it around inside 50. Was looking for Neil. Ball off hands. Ollie Hollins. Hewitt. Lord. Low and flat and beautiful to Harry Mackay. Too far out from goal. Smith getting busy. Cripps. The loopy handball wasn't to his advantage. Gave it back to Harry Mackay on the left boot. Jams it down. There's 3 Cats there. They should mop this up pretty cleanly. De Koning spilt the mark, and O'Sullivan was about to play it on.
They will blow the whistle.
Yeah, they'll get the advantage. One-handed clunk there from Warple. Squares it up into the middle of the ground. It wasn't a great kick. Clark put him under enormous pressure. Now gathered by Chesser. Dirksen. And the Blues happy to mop it up here. That was a nice kick as Ainsworth was leading out.
The Warple kick made no sense. He had a loose player short in the middle of the ground. They could have run it. Kick to a one-on-one.
Former Gold Coast Sun runs an arc and sends them inside 50 once more. Mackay was there, and Cripps is playing a little bit forward here as well, Picks, as the ball spoiled out at left half forward.
So Walsh is back out in the ground. He's not out there yet. He's about to come back on though.
Can't lose him after they just signed him for 8 years. Thrown in inside 50 for the Blues. Chesser was there. Frankie Evans is wearing the sports goggles tonight. Real Patrick Worthy style. As this one just...
What's he wearing?
He's wearing the sport goggles.
Where is he?
He's number 44 there. When you see him, I'll give you the binoculars in a sec.
Yeah, my eyes
through
aren't
the
what they
binoculars.
used to be. No, he's about to turn around.
And you'll see, you might even see it on your screen, your replay screen in front of you.
Has he got an eye problem?
He might do. Well, have a
Is it
look.
just a trend?
Might be a trend.
There's Walsh.
Walsh flicks it over the top, only as far as Max Holmes on the broadcast wing. Gives to De Koning, who tries to step around one. Does so successfully, but coughed up the footy. Pitnet's been good. Off they go again, the Blues, through the middle of the ground. And that wasn't great by Florent with the handball.
They put him under the pump, didn't he? Lockie Fogarty had nowhere to go there.
High tackle, high fend off in the ruck, in fact, and Mitch Edwards.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching a bit of this kid. I know the Cats like him. Big competitor, pretty athletic. Big size, he's a big unit.
Long down.
Big unit. A big unit.
Thank you, Ravi.
206 centimetres.
Ollie Hollands, Cripps. Loopy handball over his shoulder. On the path of Chesser. Back to Florent, who squares it up to right half back. McGovern. There's Walsh coming off the bench. He chips over the top to Mackay. And Carlton are playing the possession game here as McGovern kept on running, tight roping the boundary line, and low and flat finds Hayward. Too far out to score. He's about 60 from home. He'll chip inside 50 now, and it should be easy pickings. It wasn't, as Boyd was down there for the Blues. Cats just look a little bit fumbly at the moment.
They are a bit fumbly.
Out the back, the Guthrie gave it to Bruin. Henry under pressure with every possession. O'Connor tight roping the boundary. Finds Atkins with a little bit of room to move. Long down the wing. 2-on-1 in Carlton's favour here. Neal did well. Had to keep his feet. Couldn't. And Dean was about to mop it up. And we'll get a boundary throw in just in front of the where the old faithful used to sit to our right.
Oh, yeah. Some real filth used to give it to you from there. Heatley stand.
Heatley stand, yeah.
Some real nasty stuff coming your way. Near the benches. Not ideal.
No, thrown into the path of Cripps. Couldn't take it cleanly on this occasion. Fed it out in the end. Atkins was taken without it. Umpire let it play. Ball in dispute. As it was taken away there by Elijah Hollands. Coughed it up though.
Better.
Mullen from the paint of 50. Run inside 50 and have a shot at goal, and it hits the post.
First proper entry though.
Yeah. So their first score of tonight's match. 7 plays 1.
Yeah, their team D's going really well here, Carlton.
Long kick from fullback to the outer side wing. Carlton finding a little bit of space. Moyer was there. Atkins again getting busy. Coughed it up. Gave it to Ollie Hollands. Hayward chips over the top. Clever little one. Looking for Walsh. Stolen away by Nevitt. Loopy handball was good to Humphreys. But again runs into a brick wall. O'Connor. Then outlet and Edwards, who sends them inside 50. At the back, good mark. Polkinghorn.
That's a terrific mark off. A two-step, like a basketball. Two-step jump.
That was a great grab.
Good sticky mitts.
Especially with Neal coming over the back.
Yeah, he didn't get a run at it. As I said, it was just a 2 feet jump. A straight jump. You don't see that often, especially in a pack.
Pick 44 in 2024. Yet to debut. As you mentioned, picks out of South Australia.
Yeah, you had a good highlights reel as a kid. PAC boy.
He's in the left forward pocket now for the Cats. Sends it on its way.
Nah.
And he kicks it across the face. In fact, he's missed the whole lot.
Yeah, didn't like it off the boot.
No.
But I do like the way he moves. 1300 23 55 48. Is that the number?
No.
What's the number?
That's the number to call.
Oh, what's the
0433 98 11 16 picks.
433 98 11 16. Give us your thoughts if you're listening and watching or just listening.
Pickers loves the text line.
I like a bit of feedback.
He does. Ball off hands. Here's Frankie Evans in the sport goggles. Read it beautifully. Out in front of Boyd, who couldn't keep it in. Couldn't keep it in before it went out.
Let me have a good gaze at these goggles. Where is he?
Number 44 here.
I
know
what number he is. I'm just trying to find him.
Your man Mason Cox made sport goggles famous in the AFL.
But Cox, he's got a reason for a real serious eye injury.
Yeah.
He's nearly blind, the poor bugger.
So Humphreys gets it at left half back. Plays on quickly, finds Mullen. Went inboard, then had to go the other way as Fogarty corralled him down the wing. Dean, in fact, it was. Gets involved.
Peter's boy.
Yep.
He's a nice young talent.
Pick 3, father-son. Throws it on his boot quickly to half forward. Low and flat as Hayward came out. He's looking lively already. Mullins in there as well, and he's wrapped up. We'll get a ball up just next to the point of the square.
Hasn't reached any great heights so far skill-wise this game, but Carlton have been good.
Thrown up again. Cripps did the ruck on that occasion.
Better
Here's
build
Lord from the paint of 50. He'll square it into the pocket. He was looking for Ainsworth, but cutting across was Jack Henry in defence.
Well, he really could have had a shot at goal there. I'm not sure why he looked to square to a one-on-one when he was basically running straight at the goals.
Henry long down the broadcast wing. His brother led out, couldn't take the mark. Spoiled Mark O'Connor on that occasion.
Of course he did.
Gave it to Lewis Young, who threw it on his boot. And the mark's taken by Tanner Bruin. He's looked lively.
That's the sort of stuff that he's got to get better at, Ollie Henry. Oh, you've got to realise when you're behind, you don't always have to fly. I mean, he needed to protect O'Connor, not jump into him and spoil him.
So Zach Guthrie in the heart of defensive 50. High ball to the wing. Well, Fly came in there from Florin. It was as unrealistic as you'll see.
Big Mitch, though.
Yeah.
Looked a little bit tough.
As Ollie Henry is pinned for holding the ball, and Mitch McGovern will get the free kick just in front of the interchange gates.
In his defence, he wasn't expecting the ball to float over the back, but then he had his legs taken out. That was actually quite humorous.
So McGovern sells the candy, goes one way then the other, and kicks to half forward. Here's Evans underneath it. Mackay spoiled him.
He's done the same thing.
Evans had it in his hand, and Mackay came barrelling through as the ball should come back, and Dirksen takes the mark uncontested.
Oh, hello.
Florin dropped an easy one from the square up. Had to go back to McGovern, who put him under pressure. Dirksen, lively early in his first game, spins it around his body.
Good mark.
A great mark taken by Jai Clark on the broadcast wing.
It was excellent. I so much of Max Holmes. How many touches has he had?
Max Holmes.
4.
Has had 4, yeah.
That's not there. But look at the way Carlton set up here. They pushed their numbers back.
Tanner Bruin leading all comers with 10 picks.
Oh.
Good spoil coming through was Boyd. Stewart kept his feet and sends them to half forward, looking for Edwards at the back. Chesser, former Eagle, getting involved. There's Dirksen, who dives on top of it, and we will get a boundary throw in just in front of the Heatley stand once more. John Donohoe, Liam Pickering with you on AFL Nation. It's good to be back.
A few questions off the SMS. I noticed those ones on Sports Day were missing. I'm not sure what happened there. The parked ones.
Guess what might have happened to them? Atkins gave it back to Clark, who sends it up the chimney to half forward. Polkinghorne was being held. I think the umpire saw it. He will get a free kick.
Good call, that. Pickers, any idea what Geelong's going to do in the ruck? Talk of anyone of Conway, Stanley, DeConing, Edwards, Blitzarves. Yeah, I don't think they quite know what the fix is yet.
Polkinghorne sets it in to the top of the goal square. O'Connor couldn't take the clean mark, but kept it in front of him and paddled it to his advantage. Chesser left it behind.
My gut feel is they're going to give Edwards a go, Steve. DeConing is a backup, and Blitzarves is the other full-time option. I don't think Conway's ready for a while. I think Stanley will just be there when they need him.
So ball thrown in inside 50 for the Cats. 1-1-7 Carlton. One behind Geelong. It's been all the Blues in this one. That'll be holding the ball inside defensive 50.
Ollie again needed to give the hands. Ollie Henry. Go on your muzzers. He's listening. We're glad the Blues are doing well. They are. Yeah, now they're going well, Muzz.
Big Liam Reedy getting involved. Former Docker, as Young has it at left half back. Finds Dean. Sizing up his options and then chipping down the line further afield back to Young, who kept on running. They're playing on with a bit of dare here, Carlton, to half forward. Jeez. Coming out was Boyd. Took a nice grab on his chest. Plays on quickly. Chips in the Smith direction and put it over his head. Stewart takes the intercept mark.
The option was all right. That's a
and then he's turned it over. Big Frankie Evans has it now. 60 from home.
They're very alert, the Carlton small forwards, looking for any sort of switch and kick. And Geelong normally a really skillful kicking side. They've turned it over quite a bit in defence. He's kicked himself, isn't he? How far out is he? Have to kick it 60 metres.
He's going to have a crack here, Picks.
Well, it is a magnificent night.
So from outside the paint, inside the centre square, sets it on its way. It's gone all the way, Picks!
He did kick it.
He's kicked it 60 metres. Wow. Frankie Evans is small, but he packs a punch.
That's a good kick.
What a kick from the little man. And that'll be exciting for Carlton fans. 2-1-13. Plays one behind. We played 19 minutes in this quarter.
It's completely misread by the Geelong Tools. Should have been... I know he's only a young player, Mitch Edwards, but my God, he was standing on the goalpost, on the inside of the goalpost. The ball wobbled back through the goals. It missed his top of his fingers by about 3 inches, but he didn't jump. So that was just a complete misread.
Great kick, though.
Turnover from Stewart, but very, very good play by Evans. Really alert. Look at that. Read it beautifully. Now, it's been an excellent first quarter from Carlton.
2-1 plays one behind. Ball in dispute. That was a little paddle there from Stevens as the Cats sent in motion. Dirksen dropped what he should have taken. Running past it was close. Neal picks it up at his feet and he's just wrapped up by the Carlton defenders. McGovern's in there. And we'll get a ball up. Inside attacking 50, right at forward pocket for the Cats. Reedy tapped it down into the path of Stevens. Dempsey from the boundary. He's the only one who probably could kick one from there and was just a bit skinny as it went through for a minor score.
Joe from Rovericker's Frankie Evans looks like Adam Zampa. He does. I think you call him, might have called.
Yeah, I think I got him. Thank you.
Boyd. That's okay. I didn't boy, they picked it up off the SMS.
I realised my mistake after I called it. We just thought we'd let that one go through to the keeper.
Okay. It's good to see that there are people watching and listening at the same time. They might be at the ground.
Mackay to half forward. There is Evans. Ball off hands. Fogarty was there. Picked up by DeConey. Coming through hard was Guthrie. Into the path again of Fogarty. Elijah Hollins paddles it back to Mackay. Now to Hewitt, who had to go one way and then throw it on his non-preferred. And Jagger Smith gets on the end of it. You can hear the roar every time he gets near it.
Well, I like what Carlton was. One, it was good pressure, but two, Georgie Hewitt, really quick kick there. Sometimes that's the best option rather than trying to create a handball when you're surrounded by players. Just get it on your boot and hope that your forwards are in front. And Jagger was in the right spot, read it beautifully. He's a nice finisher normally.
Opens up the angle from the pocket.
Oh, yeah.
Can he bring it back? Yeah, he can! Jagger! He's the one they've got high hopes for. And he's the one that's bringing fans to the footy again. Jagger Smith with his first impact of season 2026. Their third goal on the board, 3-1-19. Plays two behinds, 22.5 gone, first term.
Yeah, well, they've had to wait a year to see him, unfortunately, because of his knee injury. But, gee, it doesn't look like he's missed a trick. He's obviously put the work in over the last 12 months because the way he's moving, no bandage on his knee.
No.
Like, he hasn't had it all the way through. And he's done well tonight. He's had 6 touches now and a goal. 5 touches and a goal. Frankie Evans suffered an eye injury a few weeks ago. Well, if he continues to play like this, keep the goggles on. Just the composure there of Smith. Excellent for a kid in his second year.
Ball thrown up, so the Cats with a bit of work to do. 3-1-19, plays two behind. Smith getting involved in the middle again. Look at that for a corral. Did really nicely. Looks central and then had to go out wide to the broadcast wing. Ollie Holland's been busy. Sard gathers. He was wrapped up in a strong tackle. Williams fed it back to Smith again. Lively early, the young man. Cripps.
That's a better kick.
Squares it up nicely to Hewitt in the middle of the ground. Carlton building. They look really sharp here as he sends a long ball inside 50. Can they get a grab? No. Ball clears the pack. Humphreys mops it up. Sends it out defensive 50, but it might come straight back in through Dirksen. Throws it around the body, and this one should be cut off, and it is by Guthrie.
Then Lawson Humphreys just ignored Brad Close on his own. A 30-metre kick and kick to a one-on-one. I mean, they look panicky, Geelong.
Bruin.
Very. I mean, it's a pre-season game, right? I get it, but I like what I'm seeing from Carlton.
Yeah.
Not so much at this stage from the Cats, but it's only early.
Got it back from Dempsey to Bruin and sends it high to half forward. Manor underneath it. He was the only cat there. Needed to take it. Gives it to Stevens, the young man. He can load up from outside 50. George Stevens sets it on its way and kicks the goal. Great finish from Gorgeous George. And they get their first on the board. 1-2-8 the Cats, 3-1-19. For Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts.
Yeah, best transition of the game for Geelong. But George Stevens is a beautiful kick. That's what he is. It's his running that's been, not the concern, but it's the area that they wanted him to get better in. And he had an impact in a couple of games he played last year, but one thing you could never question is he's a good kick. He's a thumping kick. And a nice finish. Fair to say it was much needed. First goal, it's only quarter time.
Yep.
It was a much better transition. They got it off half back. Bruin used it through the middle. I thought he kicked it a little bit high there, but Manor did well, held his ground, and then they were forward of the play. In the end, a pretty good kick by George Stevens.
Absolutely. High intensity for a pre-season game, and I know they're off the text telling us to chill out, Pickers, but we're trying to tune up, and it's just good to have footy back ourselves. As Carlton burst out of the middle. Hewitt, inside 50. Great mark. There is Kemp.
Finally.
Takes a nice grab in the forward pocket, and look at that. That was ruck to Hewitt, and inside 50. They're all over him at the moment.
Piggy Slippier made a valiant. He loves it. He loves it. 396. No knock a guy for having enjoying what he does. Sounds like there's a decent crowd up in Queensland. We're listening. The atmosphere, it's good. It's a good crowd. Has built up. They're making a bit of noise because the Blues are going well. Here's your man Kempy
in the left forward pocket to give them their fourth of the first quarter. Comes in and brings it back beautifully. Nice finish from Brodie Kemp. 4 on the board for the Blues. On the stroke of quarter time. 4-1-25 plays 1-2-8. We've gone 26.5 minutes in the first term for Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts.
Yeah, that's what you call answering a goal. Straight out of the middle, get it out to a good contested mark, and a nice finish from Dean Kemp. I know it's not Dean, don't worry. Be silly.
They'll come for you.
I know it's Brodie, I know that. I know who it is.
They'll come for
Dean
you.
was a very, very talented player.
He was.
Storm Swift medalist, great player.
4-1-25, 1-2-8. A couple of unmissable moments already. Pickers in the first quarter for Drink Wise. You won't miss a moment if you drink wise.
Yeah, they've been good. Cripps is up to 9 disposals. Dirkson's had 8. Ollie Holland's been good at 8 possessions as well. Smith's been good.
Ball back in the middle.
Oh, another turnover.
Cats have coughed it up. Picknett walking out of the middle. Sends it in the Mackay direction. There's Evans. Quick hands were cut off. Holmes fans it to the broadcast wing as Clark takes the mark. He'll go back inboard.
What are the centre square numbers, Donners? You've got them in front of you, mate. I can't see them, mate.
I can't see him either. I'll get him a quarter time for you.
Okay, I'll try and look while
you can have a look. The ball's on the outer side with O'Connor. Inboard kick to Manor was good. O'Connor kept on running. He avoided him and then sends it long in the close direction. Pittnet was back to mop it up. Hewitt over the top. Found Dirksen. On his non-preferred. Gets it out of defensive 50. Nice kick in the Kemp direction. Gave it to Evans via hands. Dribbles one down the wing. It's a good tackle laid by Henry on Moyer.
Get a ball up. 4-1 out of the middle, Carlton's way. I thought that there seemed to be a bit of a discrepancy in there, so their centre square stuff's been good, the Blues.
Thrown up. Warple from the clearance, and the siren goes. Good start to proceedings for the Blues. The fans are happy. 4-1-25 to 1-2-8. They were dominant that quarter, the Blues. They lead by 17 points at quarter time. Liam Pickering, your thoughts before we head to the break?
Impressive, Carlton. They were excellent. Very good. They, as I said before, their centre square work was really good. Their forward line was functioning, and they looked dynamic actually with those smaller players. And they put the Cats' defence under real pressure. Geelong just didn't have a lot of entries. Probably inside 50 count, 15-8 in Carlton's way. So, no, they'd be happy. Carlton. The Cats look scratchy. They look half asleep, to be honest. So we'll see what happens in the second quarter. But there's still a few players that haven't been inserted into the game, including Patrick Dangerfield, who I'll just show. He's on managed minutes. I would assume he'd be on in the next quarter, if not in the second half. So, but overall, Carlton, very good. Cats, a little bit napping at the moment.
AFL Nation right around Australia. Great to have footy back. It's the Blues by 17 points at quarter time at Icon Stadium.
This is the 2026 AFL Community Series on AFL Nation. Thanks to Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts.
Don't get FOMO this winter. Wait, do the kids still say FOMO? What about 6-7? Is that still a thing? I kicked 6 goals 7 once. Get KO Sports with every game of every round of the 2026 AFL season live and on demand in 4K with no ad breaks during play.
That is incredible!
With all that footy plus the NRL, F1, Supercars, netball and all the other sport you love. You won't miss a thing on KO Sports.
Landscapers and tradies need plants? Plant Mark is your trusted wholesale nursery with a huge range at true trade prices. They supply landscape projects of all sizes, from quote to delivery. Open 6 days at 4 locations across Melbourne. Plantmark.com.au.
Durafit by Blunston is the newest safety range for day in, day out wear, with features that cushion and protect from the ground up, like impact-resistant composite toe caps, slip-resistant soles, and responsive cushioning where you need it most. Topped off with water-resistant leather for durability and protection from the elements. Each pair is backed by Blunston's legendary quality and craftsmanship, and engineered for endurance. Durafit by Blunston for day in, day out hard work.
Pancare Foundation supports Australians facing upper gastrointestinal cancers, including pancreatic, liver, biliary, stomach and esophageal cancers. These are some of the toughest cancers to detect, with an overwhelming impact on families. That's why, with your help, Pancare provides support through diagnosis and treatment while driving vital research. Together, we can create real impact today and hope for tomorrow. Stand with Pancare. Show your support at giving.pancare.org.au and click Campaign Change the Game from the drop-down.
Real people, real products, real fun. No matter who you are, Sexyland has something real sexy for everyone. With Australia's biggest range of sexy costumes, lingerie, couples toys and fun gifts and games for adults. Sexyland. 11 stores in Melbourne and Geelong, open till midnight 7 days a week. Or shop online for 2-hour delivery. Sexyland.com.au.
That feeling of a crowd rising up as one at the MCG as the footy soars in the air. That feeling of a hushed marble stadium erupting into a roar. If you feel it, you're in on it. Get your 2026 Toyota AFL Premiership season tickets today. Get in on it at tickets.afl.
Need a win off the field? Mate has you covered. Sign up to an eligible internet plan and save $25 a month for 6 months. That's $150 back in your pocket. Use code BINGE25 and kick off big savings today at letsbemates.com.au. Offer available to new services on eligible internet plans. $25 discount per month for 6 months, then reverts to standard pricing. $150 total saving. T's and C's apply. Visit letsbemates.com.au for full details.
Just because you can't see a police car doesn't mean police can't see you not wearing your seatbelt. And it's a significant fine and demerit points if you're caught not wearing one.
Evening driver, licence please.
A message from the TAC. Drive safely for everyone.
Audio. It's more powerful than you think. What you hear can take you far from here. Can move you to dance, to run, to tears. It's all in your ears. For advertising with the power to make your whole campaign work harder, start with commercial radio and audio, where brands are heard. CRA.au.
This is the 2026 AFL Community Series on AFL Nation. Thanks to Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts.
Turned it over. Big Frankie Evans has it now. 60 from home.
Kicked himself, isn't he? How far out is he? Have to kick it 60 metres.
He's going to have a crack here, Pix.
What is a magnificent night.
So from outside the paint, inside the centre square, sets it on its way. It's gone all the way, Pix!
He did kick it.
He's kicked it 60 metres. Wow. Frankie Evans is small, but he packs a punch. What a kick from the little man. And that'll be exciting for Carlton fans. Got it back from Dempsey to Bruin and sends it high to half forward. Manor underneath it. He was the only cat there. Needed to take it. Gives it to Stevens, the young man. He can load up from outside 50. George Stevens sets it on its way and kicks the goal. Great finish from Gorgeous George. And they get their first on the board. Big first quarter comes to an end. The Blues by 17 points. John Donohoe and Liam Pickering with you. We've got a special guest in the box. Pixie, Brian Myers is with us from the Cats. Brian, welcome.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
You should be out there. What's the latest with you?
Yeah, shattered to not be out there. Done every session until last week in the practice match. Tore a ligament in my thumb, so had surgery. All's going well, though. Living life normally. Just need to get it right for the season to come.
All right, well, stick with us. Pix has got you. He's paid for you for the hour, so we'll get you through for the quarter.
I'm paying him for the hour.
As Carlton will get the clearance, we'll get Bruce to just pump that crowd back up for us, Brucey, if you can. As they send them back inside 50, the Blues, and Evans comes out. Humphreys was there, couldn't take the mark. Chesser at ground level, and we'll get a ball up.
Pretty sloppy first quarter from the Cats, I thought.
You want me to join in there?
Yeah, that's my cue for you to talk.
Yeah, unfortunately it was. I was not happy with some of the connection we had both ways, which is something you want to get out of this game, because who cares about skill execution really in these days? We know what we're after throughout the season, but you want to build that connection attacking and defensively, and we didn't have that early.
Yeah, it's a good start here to Carlton too. They're going to win a
Liam Reid
free kick, and Reid's going to have a shot. So the centre square's been an issue as well. It was 4-1 quarter time. They've got the first clearance in this second quarter as well, the Blues.
3 games for the Dockers since debuting in 2024. Koning leaves, they go out and get this man who was behind a couple of rucks at the Dockers. Just left of centre, about 35 metres out. For his first impact as a Blue, gives it a good shake off the boot, but it's across the face and it's out to the right. Minor score, so 4-2-26. Plays 1-2-8 on the scoreboard for Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts.
Perfect night for footy.
I'm jealous. I'm absolutely jealous.
Well, you've been these pre-season games. Mostly when we've come in, it's been like 35 degrees. So today's a magnificent night.
I do love those 35 degrees. You feel like you've done the work, and it opens up a bit late.
Carlton inside 50. Ball off the hands of Moyer. Paddled out there by the Cats. They're under pressure. Guthrie had to give it quickly. Evans is in there. Was he dived on top of? He wants a free kick. He won't get it.
They feel a little bit fumbly at the moment, the Cats. But they are under siege in defence. Can't win it out of the centre at all.
Thrown up. Reedy out the back. Atkins threw it to his boot. Into the middle of the ground. Polkinghorn played in front. Took the mark on the chest. Rolls and goes quickly. It was a loopy ball to half forward. In the Dempsey direction. Florent. In fact, it was Chesser who read it best. Williams, chipping ball to Smith was good. Through the middle, they open it up. Dean gives it off to Lord. The young bloke surviving. All sending him inside 50. Mackay. Ball was spoiled nicely by Henry. Moyer mopped it up. There's Ainsworth at half forward. High tackle. Carlton will get the advantage. Evans from the paint of 50. He can set it towards goal once more. And this one will be short, and it will land in the lap of Zach Guthrie. As the Cats play on quickly in defence. Humphreys been prominent. Jack Martin onto the ground. Gets it at half back and brings it to the broadcast wing to Close.
Where's Myers? We need him to connect here. Where is he?
There's been none of that tonight.
No, that's an area that I think will be addressed at half time, if it hasn't already.
Close in the Neil direction, down to half forward. Trapped it nicely. Couldn't take it cleanly, though, on this occasion. Polkinghorn was in there. He was wrapped up in the tackle. And get a ball up. So yourself and Bailey Smith and Cameron all injured at the moment. All tracking towards opening round?
Hopefully. I'm not too sure on their update. They're both pretty fresh ones that we'll have to wait and see, but they're probably looking a bit better than me at this stage, but I'll be pushing everything I can to get out there, make sure of that.
So Martin came barrelling through at the stoppage, couldn't get out of there, and Reedy pleading for a free kick, not getting it.
What will be the thing that'll get you through? Is just having the strength in the thumb?
I believe so. I'm still learning day by day what they're trying to hold me back with and what I can do, but first step today was the wounds healed, and from then on, trying to get my movement back and feeling comfortable holding footies.
Warple snapping ball at goal, misses to the left, a minor score. They get their third behind on the board. 1-3-9, 4-2-26. Carlton lead the way.
Oh, hello, here comes Bruce with the lollies. That's now we're talking. Now we're talking.
That's what I'm here for.
Little strawberries.
So Carlton from fullback, Lord on the end of it. It's been good tonight, Cooper Lord. Assessing his options forward of the footy. He'll come the broadcast wing on the right boot, send it long in the Mackay direction. Back forms, got up there to De Koning. Reedy stole it away. Atkins, he got it back. Over the head of Nevitt. Here's Elijah Holland. Squares it up to half forward. And then a mark, and they get it. There's Dirksen, who cleaned it up nicely. Walsh wasn't the cleanest in the middle of the ground. Williams mopped it up, and they have got tons of space here, the Blues. Ollie Hollands fans it out wide and finds Chesser. Time and space they've been afforded tonight, Picks.
They have, indeed. They look much sharper than Geelong.
Carlton to left half forward. All off hands. Evans is down there and it's paddled out of bounds, and we'll get a boundary throw in. 4-2-26, 139. Brian Myers is with us.
There's Warple settled in, your mate.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's going to be a great addition for us. Something we haven't kind of had the last few years. We've had the running midfielders, but haven't had the big bull in there that I think he can help us with. And being a Geelong boy, there he is on cue, setting inside forward 50.
Ooh, this will be a kamikaze bounce. Let's have a look.
Bouncing.
No speed there, really, though. Well, Neil's quite an athlete.
It was 2v2. The number 33's tracking it, and Neil and Young, and we'll get a boundary throw in the right forward pocket. Kicking to the legend stand. And it are the Cats, to the left of your radio dial.
So he's been a good inclusion. And Tanner Bruin's been good tonight.
Fantastic side. They're going to average 50 this year, I reckon, off half-back. Going by that first quarter.
Reedy down into the path of Williams. Couldn't take it cleanly. There's Jagger Smith. Always getting busy. Stole it away to Jack Martin. Tackle came from Williams, holding the ball.
The umpire in a good spot there. Thought he got a hand on that, but the umpire said no.
Seriously, plenty of new rules with the fend off as well. Counts as prior opportunity if you try.
So it should.
Yep.
A few players in the AFL that might get pinged a bit for that.
You guys would have had to practice them all, Brian, as Cats go back inside 50. Warple trips one over the top. Dempsey runs onto a check side. Misses from 15 metres out.
A couple of options there too.
That's his bread and butter.
Well, he does normally kick him.
4-2-26, 1-4-10. Blues lead by 16 points as the ball to the broadcast wing will get a boundary throw in.
How much is being coached at this stage, Brian, in a situation like this? Yes, it's a practice match, but you got 3.5 quarters left before your first game.
Yeah, it's
2.5 quarters left, sorry.
You're coached in different things than what you'd be coached in round 1, round 2, where I think you want to nail the structures, so the forwards want to be in the right spots, the defenders want to be proactive, and you're helping that, building that connection of where you put each other. So it's more coaching each other just as much as, gee, that was a good hot.
Henry got up high, couldn't take it on this occasion.
Yeah, coaching each other is just as much as the coaches are coaching us at this time of year, and you want to get that feel out there and get your game back to where it was 6 months ago, and you want to do that real quick, so then we go in around 0 ready and not doing this next week.
Yeah.
Litzarves at half forward, gives a handball quickly to Humphreys, who sends it long to the top of the goal square. Polkinghorne was down there, couldn't take the mark. The ball burst through the hands, landed in the lap of Lewis Young. Frankie Evans tracks it towards the boundary line, and we've got a boundary throw in left half forward. All the crowd over that side of the ground tonight.
You're really looking in need of a crummer. We know you're not playing, and Brad Close is out of it, but Tyson Stengel, how's he travelling?
Yeah, fantastic. He's in a great place at the moment. He's bringing the energy at training and getting his skills back together where they were last few weeks. So exciting to get him back right around the boys and in a good place. So
excellent.
Very pleasing.
Yeah, he's a terrific young player.
He is.
What about some of these young guys? Polkinghorne's one we've heard a lot about. He had a good game the other day. He's done a couple of things today. Thoughts on him?
Yeah, he's been great. He's marking, you'll see with his long arms, he can catch nearly anything that goes his direction, kind of Jezza-like in that way. His kicking's not Jezza-like yet. I'd like to see him finish these goals that he's getting the chances to do, but definitely seeing great glimpses out of him, and we'll hopefully see him early in the season or get his chance this year.
Blues linking up nicely. Cripps has it at half forward. Oh, geez, that was nice. Went one way, then the other, and squared it up to Elijah Hollands. And what a story he's been, Picks.
He's
put up for trade. Told to
super talent.
Yeah. Told to get his standards right.
Well, he's come out and said he had some issues with some mental health and some alcohol and the like, but they've given him another chance. No one's ever doubted his talent.
No.
He's always had a lot of talent.
Kick from about 48 metres out. Opens up the angle. Runs around on the arc. Towards goal. It's going to land short in the pocket. And the mark taken nicely overhead by Nevitt. Plays on quickly and fans it to Humphries. Right back pocket. Over the top now to Holmes, who was running on nicely, and it was a good mark backing with the flight. He plays on, takes one bounce. Right foot ball to half forward. The kick was very nice to Ollie Henry. Rolls and goes. Top of the goal square. Has he gone for goal there? In fact, he's got it. Great kick. Looked like he was trying to square it up. Don't know if the breeze brought it back, but tight against the boundary. Kicks a beautiful goal.
I don't think he was trying to square it up.
He's doubted him.
I did doubt him. I thought he could have gone straight away as in given the handball, and they would have kept running, but it was a lovely finish, backed himself in. I think it was Ollie Dempsey sliding past, but
all right, back to key forwards. Need their confidence up.
4-2, 26 picks, 2-4, 16 for tyre power, your trusted tyre experts.
Nevitt, where's Nevitt at? He's one, but there's a lot of talk about him this time last year as being potentially pushing into the midfield for Geelong. Has he progressed from where he was a year ago?
Definitely, but definitely in other positions. I think with the addition of Warple, myself going in there a bit more, Di Clark's in there right now, so maybe see him a bit forward and wing, and I think he's doing that really well. He's a hell of a mark for his size and way he can run, so he can be a good mismatch down there, so I like what I'm seeing.
Plenty of pressure coming from the Blues here as the ball's towed forward. O'Connor paddled it nicely. And into the path of Florent, former Swan, who brings it to the broadcast wing. He's looking for Evans. Bouncing ball. Humphries takes it and he's gathered over the line for a boundary throw-in. Wilson Humphries, 14 disposals tonight, leading all comers. Tommy Atkins with 12 and Tanner Bruin with 12 as well. Cripps and McGovern have both got 12 for the Blues picks.
Mouthful of lolly at the moment.
Liam Pickering, ever consistent, as both rucks fell over, and Pitnet and Edwards both slow to get up. Moyer at half forward opens up with the handball to Ollie Hollins on the right boot, sizes him up. Nicely done to Evans at right half forward.
Big Mitch Edwards did the splits here at the centres at the throw-in.
Evans finds Smith. Went backwards to Ollie Hollins into the pocket. Nothing kick. Was looking for Reedy, but that's Tom Stewart's bread and butter all day, as that one's gathered over the line for a boundary throw-in in the right forward pocket.
Danger, will they give him just a half?
Yeah, I believe he'll come on in the third quarter and play probably out of the square, so he won't get too many Ks out of him, but hopefully get a good effort.
He'll still do a lot more of the forward stuff this year than he normally does.
Definitely early on. Yeah. Definitely try to get him through the season. That position, it worked last year really well, and then hopefully in finals, if we need him in the middle,
we can put him in there, yeah.
Do what he did.
He did in the prelim.
Ball up.
That was special.
30 metres from goal. Carlton kicking to the right of your radio dial. So there.
Look at the replay, Big Mitch.
Manor on the boot quickly. Inside the centre square. Blitzarves did well with his body. Takes it on the chest. Nothing leading at him. So he has to wait and bring it to this broadcast wing. Bottom left point of the square. O'Connor. He'll lower the eyes and set it up for Shannon Neal. Will kick from about 48 metres out.
The distance won't be the issue here, Ryan.
No way. He's a very accurate kick too, so I back him for this one.
He's developing. He's coming along well. Shannon Neal.
He's a specimen. Look at him. He's going to get it all right one day. It's all going to come together, and he'll be a hell of a player. It's just, baby steps throughout the years, and I think that this year will be another breakout again, I reckon.
44 goals last year. Was the understudy to Jeremy Cameron.
Oh, boy.
Pulls that one to the left. I reckon he's kicked it out the full. He has.
Yes.
That's right. Get those out in pre-season.
Exactly. We don't care about skill execution here.
As long as he kicks them next week against the Gold Coast, Ryan, I'm sure you'll be happy. Mm-hmm. Carlton come out of defensive 50 in the direction of Reedy. Ball off hands close. I'll get a boundary throwing the ball up. So reason behind Close always wearing long sleeves? Oh, I love it. He's the only guy in the comp who only wears long sleeves exclusively.
I know, he's loyal to it.
He is.
It's a local footy thing, definitely South Australia, that he wore in the Glenelg Grand Finals, so it must have been the success thing, and now he's won a premiership with us, so I can't see him changing it.
Superstition as O'Connor bangs it inside 50. Neal got up high, couldn't take the grab. Slapped out of there by Young, and it will be a boundary throw-in. Inside 50 for the Cats. 4:2:26, 2:4:16, 14 minutes gone in this second term for Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts. John Donohoe, Liam Pickering with you. Brian Myers, our special guest in the box. As the Blues work it out, the ball was good from Lord. Cripps to Chesser, threw it on his boot quickly. Bouncing ball, nicely done by Kemp, who gathered it and gave it to Reedy, who was wrapped up in a couple of cats. Hayward, now to Kemp, spun one way, then the other, and forced to go backwards, did well, and chipped it over the top to Cripps. He wants to open it right up, switches play to half back. Young to Sard, who can run and gun, and on the left, chisels one out to Fogarty, right on the outer side boundary.
It was excellent play on the wing here by Kemp to not just throw it on his boot forward where the Cats had loose players, to actually take it back and get it into the corridor. They were able to build from there.
Sard to Ainsworth.
You can see they're trying to play fast from half-back, Carlton.
Just left of the edge of the square as Ainsworth goes long inside 50. Ball off hands from Pitnet. In dispute now for the Cats. Guthrie mopped it up. Gave it to Henry. Threw it on his boot dangerously. Williams is there. Bounced nicely for him. Had to get away from Ollie Henry. Gave it to Dean. Tight against the boundary now. Williams gets it back. Time to kick and set it up. And Stewart takes the intercept mark. Deep inside defensive 50. State of Origin. Were you a fan? Did you sit back and watch?
I did. I enjoyed it. Good to see the Vicks get up too for us. But
do you remember it? You were too young.
No, I was way too young for the original. Did you play?
Yeah.
How'd you go?
Didn't you only play in one, and then you were an emergency for another? You told that story last week and off the bench, Biggs.
Yeah, I played one more than you, Dave.
Go back. I'm just telling you.
Didn't you only play
Henry.
one?
Henry.
No, they were awesome back in the 80s and 90s.
Takes the mark. And
seems to be building the rivalry back, which is good.
Well, it'll be something hopefully one day you'll play.
Not fast.
It'd be nice to be picked.
It was genuine support, though, from all the players and the coaching staff, and obviously Scotty was coach.
Yep, I haven't spoken to Scotty about it, but all the players were loving it, and they said it was a really, really good time, and they enjoyed the experience and are very proud of the experience that they did, which...
Ooh, look at this kick. Wow.
Jai Clark tried to bite one off through the middle of the ground. Stolen away by Sard. Gave it to Hewitt. Squared it up to Elijah Hollins. From a standing start. Sets it up to the top of the square. Mackay can run and jump. Spoil came in from O'Connor. And Guthrie tried to take him on. Got to be holding the ball. No.
I'm not sure how they didn't pay that, actually.
So boundary throw in just around from the right point post.
I'm not sure I want Jai Clark trying to spear those kicks off half-back, to be honest.
He's been going from in pre-season and he's building confidence, so I'm all for it.
Out of the ruck, hits the post.
Really? Yep. If he's going to take his game to the next level, he's got to start hitting them, so I'm all for a risk taker, as you probably know.
Yeah, well, if you're going to have a mistake at this time, you do it this time of year, I guess.
Exactly.
He was trying to pierce it through about 5 sets of arms.
Yeah, do you go make the right choices, as I've learnt.
4-3-27 to 2-4-16 for Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts. Two-time Cargie Grieve medalist back-to-back Max Holmes with ball in hand.
Yeah, terrific play. That's well done by O'Connor.
Just over the head of O'Connor, but there's one back by Henry. Gives it back to O'Connor now in front of the interchange gates. Chips down the line to Nevitt. Take the mark. In fact, it was Edwards.
The new rules. There you go.
Yep. That's because he swatted it out, right?
Touched his foot.
Yeah. Touched his foot, and it'll be a free kick to the Blues for last possession out of bounds. Young runs an arc and sends him down the broadcast wing. Mackay was the target. It was over his head. So ball off hands. Ainsworth overran it. Pitnet, nice, out into the path of Mackay. Gave it to Cripps, who slapped it over the top into Hayward's path, who keeps it in as they tightrope the boundary. Mullen did well. Holmes slipped over. Coughed it up now. Walsh. Blues building. Here's Florence spinning. In fact, it was Kemp spinning out of trouble. Clever. And now Smith. Inside 50. They are lining up. Williams snaps. Can't kick the goal.
See, lucky there that the Cats, they did that well, Carlton. Well, to keep it in. Is it Hayward?
He's been good.
He has been good. Some of the leading possession winners for Carlton. Cripps has had 14. Holland and Smith, 13. Dirksen has been good.
Yeah.
McGovern, a dozen each.
Hewitt. Loopy handball was cut off by Warple. Now a bit of run for the Cats. De Koning.
Nothing long.
Right boot inside 50. Out the back, Young should clean this up easily for the Blues as the ball just doesn't sit up for him. He just waited and waited and waited and tracked it back to the boundary line. Didn't want it.
No. Well, maybe just couldn't get there. Well, there's no free for that. Can you forward 50? But the long kick into the forward line, there's normally a loose Geelong player, but there wasn't, or someone at least running to the spot.
Dempsey spun out of trouble, quickly offloaded the handball. Cats, nice handball there from Warple, who gave it to Clark, who was barreled by Walsh. Steps through a little bit of traffic. Their money man did well. Gave it to Elijah Hollins, throws it on the boot quickly. It'll be coming back as Jack Henry takes the intercepting mark on the outer side wing. Chips over the top to Holmes. Too far out to score, so he'll go low and flat to Jack Martin. 60 from goal. Squares it up for Clark over his head. Ollie Hollins waited for it. Landed in his lap. Hands it out to left half forward.
Cats by foot haven't been great tonight. As a turnover from Carlton now.
Hayward turned it over. Manor on the end of it. Spun out of trouble, and then Hewitt running down, holding the ball.
The pressure's been good, the Blues. You have to say that.
They've looked really good from the moment the siren rang tonight. Full of run. So they go long down the wing. Mackay up high, did well, took the grab. At its highest point, so he's got a big role this year. He's the number one man down there now, Picks. With the departure of Charlie Curnow.
Might be the best thing for him.
Might be.
He always plays well against Geelong for some reason.
On the left boot to Reedy. Free kick going the Cats' way.
Thoughts on that one, Brian?
Definitely, every time.
Every time the Cats play against High, he plays well.
Yeah.
It's like we haven't got the matchup for him.
About the back half.
The reality, the Cats do have the matchup for him. They just don't seem to be able to hold him.
Oh, no.
Looking for Manor. That came off his head. There'll be a boundary throw-in.
It did hit his head.
Yeah, coming for the Bonts.
No, they're very alert. You can hear the Blues boys. Are they a team that talk a lot, Carlton, as a general rule?
As in lip or as a team?
Just in, you can tell teams that are really switched on, really loud. And
Yeah, their halfbacks have in the past, but they do feed off the energy of the crowd. I have found in the past too.
Yeah.
Cripps at the bottom of the pack. Clark tried to feed out the handball. High up the chimney from Jagger Smith. It'll go out in the full. Bounces into the crowd. So 4-4-28, 2-4-16 for tyre power. Your trusted tyre experts. Ian Pickering, our expert. Brian Myers in the box with us for... Well, how much are you paying him for the quarter?
He did ask me what the invoice was going to be, but I'd have to organise the invoice.
Might be costing Hutchie a bit more than he was hoping.
Pretty sure he might be paying it.
Holmes.
Unless it comes off my salary.
In the back half.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Of course you will.
Stewart.
You're a loose down on the flank here. It was Ollie Dempsey, who does find space as good as anyone I've ever remembered in a game.
Jack Henry.
Smart player.
Goes long to half forward. Oh, the fly from Dean. That'll please Blues fans.
It will.
Came across, read it nicely and took a very nice contested mark. And then the kick wasn't great. He was looking for Fogarty, who was spoiled out of bounds for a boundary throw in outer side wing. We've played 23 and a half minutes.
Not exactly going to be long quarters. One of the big post game for you, Thomas.
I never understood why you leave straight away and get caught in traffic, Pickers.
Because I got here at 3 o'clock today.
Well, that was your own fault, to be honest.
Largely my fault. I came for a meeting that was an hour and a half late. Turned it up, old mate. But
anyway,
that's all right.
Dempsey,
other things to worry about.
Inside 50, wobbles one to Elijah Hollins.
It's quite rare that the Cats come inside 50 and just blaze to nobody. They're normally smarter than that. But Carlton set up really well in defence.
Kicks out to wing where Hayward was there. Couldn't take it cleanly. Sard. Handball went backwards to Elijah Hollins again on the left boot. Chips to the outer side looking for Hayward.
Got a question on for you, Brian. Who taught you how to kick?
Who taught me how to kick?
Have you owned a unique style? We're talking to Brian Myers here from the Cats.
I've taught myself the unique style, really, but Dad taught me how to kick and how to play footy, and he was a very good teacher.
So Martin shepherded Henry out of the way. Ball in dispute, and that's Dirksen deep inside defensive 50. Hey, it's effective at least, and that's all that matters, to be honest.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter how it looks.
what I'm most proud of. I got told by every coach to change, but I made it into something that works, and there isn't one size that fits all, one way to do anything. So I hope kids out there do fight against the coaches in the way that works, not just for any reason, but...
Ainsworth kicks to
Find your own style.
Chesser.
That's actually not a bad thought. Same with any sport.
Goes backwards to Elijah Hollins again.
I copied AFL players, though, to make it my own. So that's another thing, is watch people that do it at a high level.
Chesser long down the broadcast wing. Stewart in a wrestle. Slapped it towards the boundary. Clark couldn't get there. We got a boundary throw in. So we're in the latter stages of this second term. 25 and a half gone. 4-4-28, 2-4-16. It's the Blues by 12 points. For tyre power, trusted tyre experts.
Leading possession winners for the Cats. It's Bruin with 17, and then Humphries 16, Holmes 14, and Jagger Smith had 16, and Ollie Hollins 15 for Carlton.
Warple jumped on top of it, gave it to Holmes, flicked the handball over the top to De Koning. Now to Jai Clark on the boundary. Chipping kick was good. It was nice and low and flat to Martin.
That's much.
Got it back to Jai Clark. Sends him deep. The target there was Neil. Did well. Could he take the mark? No. He got one hand to it. It was stolen away by Elijah Hollins. And we'll get a ball up top of the goal square for the Cats. Martin came bursting through. Manor tried to run on the end of it and holding the man. It'll be a Cats free kick. And it'll go Jack Martin's way.
Well, he knows this ground. He spent plenty of pre-seasons here. Jack Martin, he'll go around the corner from here, won't he?
Yep. What a revelation he's been since coming over, playing tonight against his former side. Runs around, he knows his ground well, pops it through. And the Cats get their second of the quarter. 2-0 in this second term. 4-4-28 to 3-4-22 for tyre power.
Yeah, he's a super talent. Are you a Messi fan? Henry asks. Right.
Am I? No. I hate soccer.
Really?
Worst sport in the world for me. I get why people like it, but for me it just doesn't click with my brain. And big fan of the NFL and NBA.
NFL and NBA? What about cricket?
Oh, I love the cricket. Yeah,
the cricket. Love the Test series. It was brilliant.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Building up on the Poms.
Very enjoyable watches.
They might make it through to a T20 World Cup final at this stage of the Poms pickers.
Probably took it a bit more seriously than we did.
Yeah, I think so. They looked no chance, but now they're through to the semis as Cripps gives it to Walsh. The two veterans linking up. Walsh sends him inside 50. Oh, Mackay. How's that for a chain? Cripps to Walsh to Mackay. The old stages for the Blues.
What are Mackay's numbers? 8 disposals. How many marks he taken? 5, isn't it? 5 marks.
And on the stroke of half-time, Harry Mackay will go back to put the margin back out to 12 points. He'll kick from 40 metres out, just right off centre. Comes in on the left boot. Good-looking kick, and it's hit the post. So all that build-up for nothing, but half-time here at Icon Park. We went 28 minutes that quarter. 4-4-28 plays 3-4-22. In fact, it's 4-5-29 plays 3-4-22 for tyre power, your trusted tyre experts. Your thoughts, and then we'll be able to say goodbye to Grind because he's been very generous with his time.
Yeah, Carlton been good. I think the game hasn't gone to any great heights, to be honest. I mean, it's been a bit of a ho-hum affair. On a beautiful night for footy, the skill level has been poor. Carlton's has been better than Geelong's. I think Geelong looked like they've got a bit more to give, but the Blues have been impressive. I think they've dominated out of the centre square. They look like their forward line's functioning a lot more clinically than Geelong's. And the Geelong defence did well to keep the margin to 7 points, really. But overall, I think the Blues will be pretty happy with what they've dished up. Cats, I think, will want a bit more in the second half.
Grind, thanks for jumping
Thoughts,
in.
Grind?
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
What's going to be said at half-time here?
No, I agree. I don't think that was our best footy, but it is a practice match, so I'm not too fussed with what it's looking like, as long as the boys are feeling good out there and the way that the ground is getting set up, because that is what I want them to take away from this game, is that connection for next week. So
yeah, it looked a lot better in that second quarter.
Defensively, it was much better. I still want to see a bit more attack, but yeah. not fast.
Well, good luck with the thumb. We hope you see you next Friday, but if not, the following week, which is the home game against the Dockers.
It is.
Which is tough too.
Yeah, we've got a nice, tough start, which is where I want to play. So I'm shattered. Well, if I'm missing it.
Well, hopefully
you got to buy in round 2, so you're hoping you're back before that, because then you'll have a break again.
No, that's a danger for you.
Yeah.
If you miss round 1, the opening round,
they've been trying to tell me that.
And then they
you
go,
got 5 weeks.
But then you're going to miss Fremantle as well, and then you've got another week.
Yeah, week. Yep.
No, you don't want that. Get yourself back if you can next week.
I want to play.
Grind, thanks for joining us. We can sense your passion. You're itching to get out there, and hopefully Cats fans will see you out there soon. So thank you.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate your time.
Grind Myers joining us in the box. It's the Blues by 7 points at Icon Park against the Cats, 4-5-29 to 3-4-22 on AFL Nation. For Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts.
This is the 2026 AFL Community Series on AFL Nation. Thanks to Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts.
Landscapers and tradies need plants? Plant Mark is your trusted wholesale nursery with a huge range at true trade prices. They supply landscape projects of all sizes, from quote to delivery. Open 6 days at 4 locations across Melbourne. Plantmark.com.au.
Don't get FOMO this winter. Wait, do the kids still say FOMO? What about 6-7? Is that still a thing? I kicked 6 goals 7 once. Get KO Sports with every game of every round of the 2026 AFL season live and on demand in 4K with no ad breaks during play.
That is incredible!
With all that footy plus the NRL, F1, supercars, netball and all the other sport you love. You won't miss a thing on KO Sports.
Had an accident? Get your car fixed now and pay for it later. Sheen Panel Service are now offering Afterpay with 27 locations across Victoria, a range of over 600 accident replacement vehicles, a lifetime guarantee on repairs, plus Sheen can even pick up and drop off your vehicle. Fix now, pay later at Sheen Panel Service. Find your closest location at sheengroup.com.au.
T's and C's apply.
Kilmore Ford are fully stocked with the Ford Ranger, backed by after-sales services including finance, insurance and prepaid service plans. They also have late model used SUVs, utes and vans available now. Check out the range at kilmoreford.com.au. LMCT 808.
With the next generation X2 controller from Hunter Industries, you don't have to choose between Wi-Fi and dial-based management. X2 lets you keep your traditional programming style or upgrade to optional industry-leading Hydra-Wise Wi-Fi control for a seamless remote management experience. The revolutionary and cost-effective X2 opens an exciting new chapter in the feature of irrigation management. Visit nutrientwaterstore.com.au.
With Nutrient Water. The future of high-tech warehouse innovation is here today and available right now thanks to Dexian. Their pallet racking solutions combined with cutting-edge smart automation and robotics technology will have your warehouse working smarter and more efficiently. You'll not only maximise your storage capacity, but also reduce reliance on manual labour. Dexian, the Australian expert for optimising any warehouse. Speak to Stu Ward and the Dexian team today. They'll help you unlock your warehouse's potential and future-proof your operations. Visit dexianvictoria.com.au.
When it comes to reducing pain and rebuilding strength, Kiesa leaves nothing to chance. Our university-qualified health professionals don't just treat problem areas. They design personalised training programs using Swiss-engineered machines unique to Kiesa. These machines safely isolate the affected area, test your strength, and help rebuild your muscles for a stronger, more active and healthier life. Kiesa, building strength with precision across Melbourne, Geelong and Bendigo.
Join Caroline Wilson and Corey Perkin for their weekly podcast, Don't Shoot the Messenger, filled with their insights into the latest news and a little sport, good local tips, and plenty of recommendations of what they're reading, watching, and whipping up in the kitchen.
Caro, which AFL club is under the most pressure this year?
I reckon St Kilda, with all their big talk, with all their bagging of the AFL rules, their attempts to change the academy system, the father-son system, they're blaming a lot of other clubs and the system for their own problems, having signed their star players player, which they had to do, to a massive $2 million contract, having brought in players from other clubs on massive money, and even Chris Fagan doesn't normally ever comment on other clubs, but has had a crack at St Kilda skewing the competition and the pay system. I think St Kilda have to make finals.
You'll find the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast on the SEN app or subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. Thanks to Red Energy, awarded CanStar's most trusted energy provider 3 times. Maybe it's time you switch to Red.
This is the 2026 AFL Community Series on AFL Nation. Thanks to Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts.
Very nice to Ollie Henry. Rolls and goes. Top of the goal square. Has he gone for goal there? In fact, he's got it. Great kick. Looked like he was trying to square it up. Got off the breeze, brought it back. But tight against the boundary. Kicks a beautiful goal. Carlton lead by 7 points at halftime on AFL Nation. Great to be back here at Icon Park. This is a halftime floor show for Choices Flooring. Style, comfort, quality, helping you choose with confidence. John Donohoe and Liam Pickering with you. Big thanks to Brian Myers for joining us through that second quarter.
Tim wasn't happy though off the SMS or the Geelong hour. Well, Tim, I'm not sure what you want us to speak to Brian Myers about Carlton. We're a Carlton player in, we talk about Carlton.
The state of the game picks. The state of the game.
Trying to talk about anyway.
Good intensity in this game. It feels like Carlton are trying to put pace on the footy. Now, look, we say all of this with a grain of salt. It's pre-season. Intensity is different to what a normal one is. But at this stage, you've got to give Carlton credit for what they've done.
No, they've been excellent. No problems with what they're doing. I think they're setting the game up, setting the ground up really well, as opposed to Geelong, who were better in that second quarter, but their centre square stuff's been good. Mackay's looked good. Jagger Smith's looked excellent. And I like the way they've moved the ball. So, at the moment, a big tick to Carlton. But they did have a goal the second quarter there, which was pointed out, which is a bit of a concern because they had enough entries. What's the inside 50 counts? We should give them the stats as well for the game. 26-21 Carlton's way. So 26 entries for 4 goals, but they did have some opportunities in that second quarter that they didn't finish off. Hit the post twice.
4-5-29 to 3-4-22. What I mean, you are the Geelong buff among us. What do you want to see? I mean, I'm not going to ask you, are you worried, because you wouldn't be going into opening round, but is there improvements that you want them to try in this quarter that then they can bring, this half that they can then bring into opening round?
The ball movement would need to improve. You know, the way they've moved the ball tonight has been pretty slow, and the skill level hasn't been great tonight either. On a night that's, the wind's picked up a little bit, but it's a perfect night for footy. Couldn't ask for a better night, really.
No.
And they've missed a lot of targets. A lot of that's to do with Carlton's pressure. Carlton's pressure's been good. So, now the way they've used the ball and the way they've moved the ball is an area they'll need to get better, and I think they will in the second half.
I like what Carlton are doing in terms of their, they're getting the ball in the middle of the ground, they're putting pace on the footy, but if there's no target forward, they're happy to go back. Ollie Hollands has sort of played quarterback back there.
Yeah, well, he's had 15 disposals. He's been good. And Jagger Smith, as I mentioned, we should see some of the major possession winners.
Yeah, so Smith 16, Ollie Hollands 15, Paddy Cripps has had 15, and 11 handballs. Cripps has had 4 clearances and 5 ground ball gets. Dirksen been really good on debut, 12 disposals.
Excellent first quarter.
Absolutely. Walsh has had 2 clearances to go with his 12 disposals as well. The goal kickers for the Blues, Jagger Smith with 1, Will Hayward with a goal, Frankie Evans, with a goal, and Brody Kemp with 1. From a Geelong perspective, Tanner Bruin's been really impressive in his return to footy. 17 disposals, 7 marks. Has had 2 clearances in the first half. Lawson Humphries 16 disposals with his 5 marks. Max Holmes 15 and James Warple with 12.
I thought Holmes was much better in the second quarter. I mean, a few players need to lift a little bit, but overall, good competitive game, hasn't it? It's not breaking any world records.
No. Dangerfield and Buse, the only 2 who haven't been used, but I assume we'll see them in this in the second half, and they'll rotate heavily.
There you'll get here out the window now, and there's Danger having a kick with Shannon Burns, little shagger. And George Stevens, I noticed, had a tracksuit top on as well. He's not listed as injured, though, is he?
No, he's not. But
kicked a nice goal for the Cats.
So anyway, we'll wait and see. Pre-season footy, the crowd is here, Pickers, and
what games? Yeah, no, it's a good atmosphere. It took a while to get here, but they're here now.
Yeah.
What games have you got over the weekend?
I've got the late call up for Freo and Adelaide.
Freo and Adelaide,
that
which
one's
is
from Perth. So in a couple of days' time, myself and Ox. Saturday after your game. After the Saints and Bombers.
Yeah.
So you got the Saints.
That's it. Just the two.
Just the two this pre-season. And
what about round one? They haven't given you some
opening round.
They haven't given you some Kilda
Opening round. No, they haven't. I will be heading
unbearable.
Heading to Sydney for the Giants and the Hawks.
Oh, you are. Yeah, it's
a good game.
You do the office walk around?
I might just do a pop by just to see you.
Off the bench. Pop in. Hutch and I love it when we see you walking with a case, telling everyone, I'm off to the big game in Sydney.
I'm actually in Sydney for the first 3 weeks of the season, so I'll do 3 pop bys for you.
Yeah, right. I haven't got a game in their opening round.
No.
I mean, the only Melbourne game is...
Yeah.
And I don't travel if I don't have to.
And good to see that you're joining the Sunday Crunch Time team this year.
Doing a bit of crunching, yeah. I think it's only the 12 to 1 cruncher, but... Really.
Cam Luke on that again this year, I think?
I don't know the team.
Pretty sure
I'm last to know.
Well, that's true. You own half the business and you don't know what's going on. 0433 98 11 16. Great to have your company here at Icon Park. It's the Blues by 7 points. Liam Pickering is at his funny best. I don't get why you're eating the
I love the black
lollies.
They're just man. They're awesome.
They're not the nice. They're not the nice one in the pack, but anyway.
Well, there was only one banana. I think you guys got in before I had a crack.
Yeah, I think you're the only banana in the box anyway. 0433 98 11 16. Join us. We'll have second half action on AFL Nation on the other side of this.
This is the 2026 AFL Community Series on AFL Nation. Thanks to Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts.
Real people, real products, real fun. No matter who you are, Sexyland has something real sexy for everyone. With Australia's biggest range of sexy costumes, lingerie, couples toys and fun gifts and games for adults. Sexyland. 11 stores in Melbourne and Geelong, open till midnight 7 days a week. Or shop online for 2-hour delivery. Sexyland.com.au.
There's EV deals everywhere, but only one Toyota. The new all-electric BZ4X is ready now at Chadstone Toyota. Smarter tech, proven reliability. Make the switch. Test drive today. Oh, what a feeling. Toyota. LMCT 8169.
To some, you're a plumber. To us, you're the everyday hero who keeps the world flowing. That's why, to celebrate World Plumbing Day, we're celebrating you. So plumbers, head down to your local Breeze branch on Friday 13th of March to grab a feed, a cold drink, free, limited edition merch and plenty of good vibes. It's our way of saying thanks for everything you do. Breeze works for you.
It's tea time, Dusty. I know. I'm in the Future Golf app, booking a tea time right now.
No, not that tea time, mate. It's tea time on SEN with you and I.
Don't miss Future Golf's Tea Time on SEN each Thursday night at 5:55 p.m. Hear about Miles Fitzner's journey as he explores the huge variety of courses and Future Golf membership offers. Joined by Dusty from Future Golf. They chat courses, events, and all things happening at your local track. Download the Future Golf app with live tea times coming soon.
If you love your footy, don't just watch the game. Get the full picture with Code Sports. Go behind the curtain with the best footy journos in the country. We're talking breaking news, deep analysis, big interviews, and the stories you just won't get anywhere else. From on-field battles to off-field drama. Get every angle of the game. Code Sports. Grab the app today.
At State Transport, our people are your solution. Need a reliable transport partner with proven safety, full compliance and service that genuinely stands out? At State Transport, we take the problems out of logistics, delivering seamless solutions every day across local and interstate freight. We remove the stress, solve the challenges and keep your logistics running smoothly every day. Make the smart move. Call State Transport 134 888.
State Transport, our people are your solution.
Prepare your commercial property before summer. Let Synergy Painting Group give it a hot wash and clean to assess what painting work is required. Their comprehensive solutions include line marking, signage, roof coatings and epoxy flooring that create a lasting impact. Synergy Painting Group, where quality meets affordability.
The Sounding Board with Craig Hutchison and Damien Barrett. It's sport, it's the media, it's talking about the issues that matter.
Triple M Football released a podcast on the weekend about the drinks dealer at the FCG. Very funny. But has the statute of limitations now passed so that Damo can finally name the said person? We still get asked about this.
No, I got asked about it on the weekend myself.
Did you? This would be close to 20 years old now, wouldn't it? No,
well,
15
it was before my SEN time because the alleged drink dealer was an SEN person at the time. And I wasn't the author of it.
I'm not even confirming or denying it.
All I'd say is that accused person is no longer with the network by their own decision and is now with another network.
I think you've given more information around who that person may or may not have been than anyone on Triple M ever has, Archie, because we got sat down.
Didn't you get a legal
No, before one of the shows on a Saturday. We will never mention it.
I thought it was known. I didn't know that. Sorry, I put my foot in it. You know?
The Sounding Board podcast with Hutchie and Damo. Thanks to Drinkwise. If you're choosing to have a drink, choose to drink wise.
This is the 2026 AFL Community Series on AFL Nation. Thanks to Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts.
John Donohoe with you. Liam Pickering back in a moment. The Cats are back out on the ground and the Blues not far away from coming out onto Icon Park. It's the Blues by 7 points at the main change, 4-5-29 to 3-4-22. For Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts. And we will not be far away from second half action. It's AFL Nation right around Australia. It continues all week as we get through the pre-season and straight in to opening round, kicking off Thursday next week, and it will be the Swans up against the Blues in the Charlie Curnow reunion at the SCG. Liam Pickering, our expert. Pickers, that'll be a good game actually at the SCG on Thursday night to open the season.
Yeah, it will be. We hopefully, from Carlton's perspective, they get Wiedering back. I think they will. And we want to see the Wiedering versus Curnow. They would have had plenty of battles in training. So to see them going at it next Thursday would be nice.
Who's your big improver team-wise throughout 2026? There's plenty of them. Yeah, Sydney, I think, is the one.
Yeah, they just had a good run with injuries. They just didn't have it last year. So I expect them to bounce back this year and be up in the top four.
I was having this conversation with our man Paddo here on the way in about Sydney, and I picked them to be the premiers this year, just on the back of adding Charlie Curnow. And Paddo doesn't think that he'll be that good, but I still think you'll get 80 goals out of him.
80 goals?
Well, sorry. You can get 80 goals out of him at his best because he's got some pretty good midfielders leading up at him.
Yeah, I understand that. Well, he's leading up to
leading up to them,
but the reality is that it was a bit of a knock on Carlton's midfield, but a lot of times Charlie wouldn't lead. He'd be wrestling and want to put it out the back. So, I mean, there was a little bit on him too, I thought, last year. So, yeah. And you looked at Carlton; they've got a different setup. I think that Harry Mackay might really take benefit from the fact that he's the main man there.
Yeah, he's looked all right tonight so far.
He'll be the main avenue to goals. Yeah. And then you've got to rely on Francis Evans, and you've got to rely on, Will Hayward and these type of players. And I just think their forward line will structure better. That's my gut feel. But I do think he'll be a real benefit for Sydney if he leads. And we saw it last week. There was a beautiful passage of play out at Whitten Oval where Goulden got it out of the middle and Charlie was reaching out, just full-chested and took it out in front. And that's what Sydney will be wanting him to do, get on his bike. And if he does that, he will be a real handful.
I just think the SCG suits a guy like him. Smaller ground. Goulden putting it out in front of him, and Heaney, and then he loves to. Charlie Curnow loves to mark at 50 and arc around, and that ground suits that sort of style.
I get it, but I think he was able to do his own thing a bit too much at Carlton. I don't think that will happen. I think the way the Swans play, he'll be expected to play the way they want him to play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whereas I don't think Michael Voss was telling him to try and wrestle everybody every week. I think he was wanting to get on his bike. He just didn't do it.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be a benefit for both teams. Charlie, with a fresh start up in Sydney, he's a star player.
Absolutely.
And I do think Carlton's forward line there might be a few more avenues to goal.
So before we get underway, I've asked you your biggest riser. Who's your biggest slider this year?
I don't like doing biggest sliders, but I mean, everyone's saying Collingwood. I think they'll be in the top 8.
Okay.
I'm not dropping off Collingwood. With the injuries, maybe the Giants. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think their talent's good enough to win the flag, but their talent's not there.
Yeah.
Like, so I would hardly say, it's hard to say them, though, because of what they are. Well, it's about to start the second half. Dangerfield starting deep forward, as sort of Grind predicted.
There is the siren. So it's the Blues by 7 points, 4-5-29 to 3-4-22. We're away again in the middle of the ground. Clearance goes away of the Blues. That was sharp from Hewitt to Walsh. Sends a wobbly ball inside 50. Leading out was Cripps, but in front was O'Sullivan taking the ball on his chest. They've looked good in the middle of the ground tonight, the Blues.
They've dominated out of the centre square. Catch middle's been terrible.
O'Sullivan brings it to the broadcast wing. Clark gets up. Tries to take the overhead grab on Hollins, but spoiled out over the line for a boundary throw-in. Just underneath our broadcast position. Nice calm night in Melbourne. About 20 degrees today. It'll be a little bit cooler at the moment.
17 at the moment.
Yeah. Pix was out getting some fresh air, so he knows.
Yes, I was.
As the ball bounces into the hands of Clark. Loops a handball over the top to Blitzarves on the centre wing. Wobbly kick to half forward. Dangerfield underneath it. He's fresh, and Dirksen slaps it out. I've been impressed by Dirksen in his first go-around. Couldn't manage a game in a couple of years at GWS.
Well, he played his one of the list, didn't he? So, and he's been more than good tonight. I think he'll hold his spot. I watched Nick Newman in the seconds today, so it's good to see him back. He's an important part of Carlton's defence.
Geez, you really were here early.
I was here real early.
Watching the twos. Here's Hewitt bursting out of stoppage at half-back. What an important cog for the Blues. He kicks in the Frankie Evans direction. Protected the space, did well. Gave it to Walsh, who looped the handball only as far as Humphreys. Now to Clark. Been busy early in this quarter. Low and flat. And it was only as far as Florent. And then Walsh had his head taken off by Clark. And he'll win himself a free kick right on the boundary in front of the Heatley stand. 8-year deal inked on the eve of this game. He'll be a Blue for life, the former #1 draft pick. We'll go short inboard to Florent. Former Swan. Talk about the return of Charlie Curnow, but it's the return of Hayward and Florent next week to the SCG as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Long down the wing.
A couple of very, very popular players, too.
Absolutely. Manor on the end of it. Again, just a grubber. Inside 50. Dangerfield did well. Close. Got on the end of the quick hands. Finds Martin, but Dean spoiled him. Umpire said play on. Ball in dispute on the outer side. Boyd is out on the ground for the Blues. And Young chips over the top and finds Ainsworth at left half back. Inboard. Comes back inside defensive 50 to Elijah Hollins.
Looks like they're going to settle him across half-back by the looks of it,
yeah.
Hollins. That's a good kick. They've got the corridor and they're away here. Look at this.
Williams through the middle of the ground. Evans just got a little bit big on him at the wrong time and he left it behind, then laid the tackle. He might win himself a free kick here. The umpires let it play and then he calls a ball up.
It was actually a really good play by Tommy Atkins, but then to Evans' credit, he was able to wrap one arm up so he couldn't get a handball away. Another clearance, though. They're dominating at stoppage.
Hewitt down to Walsh, into the path of Chesser. Dempsey rides shotgun with him. Chesser wins it back, though. He's looked good in his first outing as a Blue. Right football inside 50. That's a turnover. And O'Sullivan, we know the talent that he's got, takes the mark.
He did really well to get front position there.
Holmes.
So looking to play a bit quicker. Here's Danger.
From half-back, Dangerfield, fresh legs. Takes the mark, rolls and goes in the Martin direction. Ball over the back. Neal has a bit of space. He can track it and he snaps around his body. It's a high ball.
Kicked it out on the roof.
Out in the full.
No balance when he had that snap. Give us your thoughts, Blues fans, Cats fans, 0433 98 11 16. We'll try and get to your questions if you flick some comments through. Well, this game is not a traditional four-pointer.
No.
We've got a bit of time to answer some questions if you've got any.
Boyd on the outer side.
Hasn't been a high scorer, that's for sure.
Certainly hasn't.
4 goals to 3.
Chesser.
Third quarter.
Kicks down the line. And finds Kemp. 5-29 to 3-4-22.
Brian Myers not a fan of the round ball.
No.
At all.
I'm not a huge fan. I don't watch a whole lot of it. I'll watch the World Cup later this year.
Yeah, I'm not either, really.
Yeah. High ball to half forward. Pitnet came bursting out of stoppage. Couldn't take the mark. Atkins feeds it back to Humphreys. Now to Mullen. Exits defensive 50 with a nice drop punt to Neal.
Use Jack Martin here. Oh, he's taken the wrong option again.
Inboard. Edge of the square.
Just trying to get a bit more in the corridor, but Carlton have controlled that well. This bloke's been good.
Humphreys been really good. Left foot ball. It's a penetrating kick inside. Looking for Dangerfield. He'll get a free kick.
He's too strong.
He does that really well. He draws the player in and holds him sort of...
He's too strong for Williams. But Williams got in a wrestle with him. Tell us the actual score. Well, we'll tell you the score if you want the score. 4-6-5, not the score.
4-5-29, 3-4-22.
It's the Blues leading.
7 points. Dangerfield, though, can bring it back to a 1-point margin. Took the first half off. Paddy Dangerfield looks fresh from the forward pocket. Comes in and misses. Hits the post. I reckon that's the third poster of the game.
It is indeed. 2 to Carlton. Now 1 to Patrick Dangerfield.
So the Blues play on straight away with Boyd from the back half. It was a strange kick.
Kick to the tallest bloke and hit the dwarf.
Neal. Quick hands to Mullen, who came running past on the right boot. Sends him to full forward. Dangerfield got up. Couldn't take the mark. Kept his feet. And the outside of the boot from Manor.
He's missed a lot.
He's missed a lot. So he's kicked that onto Royal Parade.
It's repeat 50, though, for the Cats, which is a good sign for them. Blues still trying to get brave with their ball use, though. I like it.
Lord, defensive 50.
They're normally very slow and happy to go wide. They've got the corridor again here.
Williams full of dash. That kick wasn't good at all. Turned it over. Humphreys.
Oh, trouble.
Through the middle of the ground. Pressure coming from the Blues. Warple wrapped up by Lord. And we will get a ball up.
Yeah, Carlton's tackling's been good. Overall, 84. Is that right? 48 to 36. I was going to say I got the wrong stat there. It didn't make a lot of sense. But they're dominating around the stoppages, though. I've said that a couple of times in free hit.
Hewitt going to win himself a free kick.
Strange position to be calling it from the umpire.
Yeah.
It's a long way away, but anyway.
Hewitt brings it to the broadcast wing. Take your pick of Hollins or Ainsworth. Hollins gets it. Ollie. Low flat ball looking for Jagger Smith. Warple got in the way. Smith kept his feet nicely at half forward. Then chips inside 50 to the heart of it. Mackay was the target. Ball off hands. Elijah Hollins from the snap. Around the body, kicks the goal. Beautiful finish from Elijah Hollins. And again, Jagger Smith involved with a meaningful passage. 5-5-35 to 3-5-23 for Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts.
Yeah, brilliant snap. And you're right, Jagger, he's been everywhere. 19 disposals. Been terrific tonight. Cats defence got at the ground, but then it was Hollins who was a super talent. Lovely finish. Went across the face of the goals from 40 metres. Got a good piece of it too.
David asking how he syncs it up at the pub. So just keep toggling, David. I reckon you click free to air and just it's usually about 12 or 13 seconds you got to get to. So just keep toggling and it will work for you. Ball back in the middle. Here's Holmes. He bursts out of stoppage. Goes to half forward. He can go for goal here. 55 from home. Holmes bangs it in. He's a star, Max Holmes.
That's terrific. It's one of the few times they've got it at the front of the stoppage, Geelong, and to Max Holmes, of all players who can run and bounce. He basically ran unhindered to centre-half forward, just hammered it home. Good response by the Cats.
5-5-35 to 4-5-29. Carlton lead by 6 points for Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts, and that's exactly what he can do.
Yeah, well, he's a star player for a reason, isn't he? He's one of those guys that, because he's so powerful, if he does get it facing goals, when he's got his full chest towards the goals, he is near impossible to stop. And his kicking has really improved.
Yeah.
And the power in his kicking's improved over the last couple of years. So, lovely finish. But it was a rare centre clearance, to be honest.
It was a good centre clearance, though. So, Blues by 6 points.
It's going to go the other way now.
Now it'll go the other way. It will.
Oh, now that's a free kick against Harry Mackay for shepherding, because he ran over the circle.
Pitnet.
He ran over Pitnet, was it? Sorry, I thought it was Harry in there. But
yeah, so that's new.
He ran across.
Yeah.
They called that shepherding.
So De Koning.
And he's got it. He's got Connor O'Sullivan out here. It was a terrible kick.
Yeah, their skills haven't been as clean tonight, the Cats, but O'Sullivan up to the task. He loops the handball over to Humphreys, goes one way then the other. On the left boot, top of the goal square. Polkinghorne got up high. Ball fed out. Neil did hit him on the head picks.
I thought it did.
Sard back on the last line of defence to Ollie Hollins. Needs to be precise. Finds Evans. Just keeps it in. Wearing the sports goggles tonight. Handball over the top now to Smith. Back to Evans. Back to Smith. But cut off by Humphreys. Finds Warple, who sends one up the chimney to Pocket. Martin went up. Couldn't take it. Paddled from close to Polkinghorne.
Missed handball.
The handball was messy. And it's mopped up by the Blues.
Williams did really well.
He did really well, didn't he? Finds Young. That's a turnover. So Jack Henry inboard and finds Dangerfield, who slides in and takes the mark 48 metres out, just about directly in front, to make it all square.
Okay, Dangerfield's had an impact already, hasn't he? Coming off the interchange for his third quarter, I should say. It's his fifth touch already. Already been involved in some scores. Moz has got a question there. From Montmorency for you at Donners about the last touch out of bounds. After Danger has his shot from 50.
So Dangerfield on the way in to tie the scores from 51 metres out. Dangerfield has kicked the goal. Class act, Paddy Dangerfield. He's fresh legs. And he's still got it at his age, Pickers. 5-5, 35 apiece.
He's a bull, there's no doubt. It's 4 of the last 5 goals to Geelong. So we're back to square. The Blues had a really promising start. They kicked 4 goals in the first quarter, but only 1 since. Cats kicked 1 in the first quarter and 4 since.
Absolutely.
Well, we become a square game.
So basically, Pickers,
see how I did that, Bruce?
To answer Waz's question is anything that's slapped out of bounds, spoiled out of bounds, or contested out of bounds is going to be a throw-in. If you kick the ball and it bounces out of bounds from 20 metres away, it's a free kick.
In the arcs.
If you handball it within the arcs and same thing happens, it's a free kick. So it basically eliminates deliberate out of bounds. If it goes out off the boot, it's basically a free kick. So keep an eye on that as the year goes on. Walsh coughed it up. Warple through a bit of traffic, did well with the fend off. Atkins, Cats lifting here, goes to the paint, inside 50. Up goes Sard, couldn't take the mark. Ball at ground level. O'Connor's there for the Cats. He's riding McGovern. And we'll see him out over the line with a boundary throw in. I think I like the rule. I mean, it's early days at the moment, but I think it will speed the game up. It'll get moving, get things moving.
No doubt. That's what they're wanting to do. They want the game to be very, very fast.
Yeah.
The AFL.
Shallow throw in. Edwards was there. Won his own clearance. Bouncing ball inside. Nearly over the head of all of them. Neil was there. Paddled back into play by Polkinghorne, who then again saw it out in the pocket. So scores level, 35 apiece for Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts on AFL Nation, the first of the pre-season games. 8 days until the first match. In opening round, the Blues and the Swans. It's good to have footy back. We'll get a ball up.
A ref from
the back pocket.
Torquay. Good call, fellas. What's Geelong's realistic ceiling this season and why? Well, their ceiling is the premiership.
You never write them off, Picks.
I think they're good enough to win it, but will they? I don't know. Not on the night's performance, won't they? But
Warple burrowed through and he was wanting a high free kick, won't get it. I think you can never... I mean, they were the hardest team to read going into the season for mine last year, but they just showed how good they are, and I think the consistency, the coaching will always hold them in good stead, so write them off at your peril.
Yeah, just got to get improvement from players. You know, Ollie Henry needs a better year. Bruin back, he'll help. Warple should help.
Thrown up in the forward pocket for the Cats. Neil.
Find another Lawson Humphreys type.
Yeah, taps it out the back. Maybe Polkinghorne is the guy for them. Bruin.
He's had a couple of chances tonight.
He is. Ball bobbling around inside 50. Atkins wrenched it away. Warple threw it on the boot quickly to the top of the goal square. Pack form, spoil came. Ainsworth was there. He was taken high.
He was.
Free kick.
But they're getting the inside 50s now. What is the inside 50 count? 31 to 29, Geelong's favour now.
McGovern brings it back to the top of the goal square where Young is there and then runs an arc. Squares it up in the centre of defensive 50 to Dirksen, does McGovern. Dirksen will bring it to the broadcast wing where Elijah Hollins waits. It's 5:35 apiece. This one chipped down the line to Ainsworth. Back inboard to the top right point of the square where Sard takes off, takes a bounce, gives the handball now to Ainsworth. Loopy ball over the top to Cripps. Back to Ainsworth from outside 50. He wanted to have a ping, gives it to Hewitt. Open goal square beckons, but feeding out the back was Brodie Kemp.
Good build-up by Carlton. They were trapped on the wing, and they were patient. They got it back towards the corridor, and they got it through the corridor, and then a quick kick forward, and your man Kemp shouldn't be out, or should finish this off, shouldn't he?
Points a shoulder to goal. He's 15 metres out from the top of the goal square, kicks his second, and the Blues faithful are excited. 6-5-41, 5-5-35. Played 15 and a half minutes in this third term on AFL Nation. Liam Pickering.
Well, I like the fact that they weren't, when they were trapped on this broadcast side wing, that the old Carlton would have just gone down the line safe, but they took some risk, and with that, you trust in your skills, but they did it well, used the ball well, and got the ultimate result. So, like what they're doing tonight. They've got a few to come back in too. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, they do. They do, the Blues. Haynes, Wiedering, Akers, Cherry will be out for a little while. Nick Newman we haven't seen for a very long time.
Missed the whole season.
We know Jesse Motlop will be out for the year. You get a bit out of Matt Carroll and Flynn Young late last year. Some young players into the side. So not a bad performance so far. It is only pre-season as Atkins takes the clearance away. Kicks to the right forward pocket. In the Edwards direction, ball bouncing, and it was Nevitt, in fact. They look similar, Edwards and Nevitt. 10 and 11.
Yeah,
they're back, and the blonde hair.
Yeah, he's a bit bigger.
Yeah,
Edwards.
Edwards, he is.
He's good size. Nevitt.
Yeah, they're both
193.
Strong-looking boys. Thrown in, 51 from the Cats' goal. Cripps couldn't take it cleanly, but he'll win it back here via Lord. Bit of run from the Blues. Hewitt spins around on a dime and sends it to half forward. Oh, big pack form. Kemp did well. He was the meat in the sandwich. He bounced up. Walsh to the top of the goal square. Can they get a mark to Moyer? Did well, and he was infringed.
Well, he worked his body well. Tom Stewart lost contact. He took his eye off the ball and then didn't know where the ball was, and gave away the free kick, which was there.
So this guy burst onto the scene last year. He was a fan favourite for Blues fans.
He needs to work out what foot he's kicking his set shots with. We know you've got good skills, mate, but what's your set shot routine?
Yeah. 25 metres out, just left of centre. Should make no mistake from here. Ashton Moyer on his way in. Kicks the goal for the Blues. Their 7th of the night. 7-5-47, 5-5-35. It's a 12-point margin for Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts picks.
Back-to-back goals, Carl. They've been struggling since quarter time to score goals. They've kicked 3 to 2 in this quarter now. And they're getting building a lot of pressure off half-back, and their run is worrying Geelong. Walsh was involved on that occasion. What's Walsh's numbers? What's he up to?
Walsh is up to 18 disposals. He had 7 kicks, 11 handballs, 4 tackles. He's had
4 inside
2
50s.
clearances and 4 inside 50s. So he's been good, Sam Walsh. They need a fresh, fit Sam Walsh for a full season to really compete.
He's a star.
He is. Neil got up high in the ruck, then won his own clearance. Ball smothered off hands. Bruin, Atkins, back to Bruin, who carves a path through the Carlton defenders. Guthrie on the right boot. Chisels one down the line to Blitzarves. Ball off hands. One back by the Blues at half back. And another ball up on the outer side. Just under the scoreboard, which reads about to tick over 19 minutes. Picks in this third term.
Yep. Yeah, there's been at least a few more goals kicked in this quarter than last quarter.
Holmes runs a arc and sends a banana inside 50 to Sard, who cut it off and then bounced across goal in defensive 50. Takes 3. Might have to take a 4th. He squared it up, Grindmeyer style, to McGovern.
Well, that's risky.
Yeah, it was risky. His teammate Williams slipped over. Humphreys cut it off and then chipped inside and finds Mitch Nevitt. fact, this might be the big fella Edwards.
He'll be dagging around looking for a handball receive here.
No, it's never. I was right the first time. Should have backed myself.
It would have been like seagulls on a chip if it had been the big fella Edwards. We've all been running past. Gimme.
21 games, just 5 goals in his career for Mitch Nevitt. Hasn't been a regular in this side. Maybe this is the year for it. Harry Dean on the mark, claps his way through, and good connection from Nevitt, and he pops it through. So he's putting up a case for opening round selection, Mitch Nevitt. Cats get their 6th goal on the board. It's a 6-point margin. Carlton 7-5-47. Geelong 6-5-41. For tyre power, your trusted tyre experts.
Yeah, nice finish. Lawson Humphries has been everywhere. He's been so good tonight. 23 disposals, Humphries. 4 inside 50s, leading possession winner on the ground, and used the ball really well, both left and right foot. 477 metres gained. Jingo. He's well in front of
good going, isn't it?
Else. Yeah.
Good going for a pre-season game.
Well, he did play in the All-Star game and was pretty good in that, actually.
Yeah. I've liked the intensity of this match. It's not breakneck speed. They're not bash and crash, but I think both teams will get a lot out of this.
Yeah, they will. Oh, absolutely. At the moment, no one's injured. Touch wood.
Another clearance goes the way of Atkins. Handball through the middle now to Neal. Oh, that was a dead set shank.
He missed his foot.
A real shank from the big man. Finds Williams deep inside defensive 50.
Well done, Clark.
Kicks to the outer side. The spoil came as Hollands was trying to get up to take the mark, and Clark did well.
Yeah, he's got some flaws in his game, Clark, but courage isn't one of them. He's as tough as an old boot. Sometimes his skill work needs a bit of...
Is he a regular in the side for you this year?
Yeah, in and out.
In and out? Okay.
He might cement a regular spot. He got back for the finals. They played in the grand final.
Yeah. Lord.
But that was a half-back. He was a midfielder all the way through his juniors, but he's tough. He just sometimes makes poor decisions.
Saw Taylor Byrne getting his first action in the draftee from last year. Smith finds a target forward of the footy. Here's Walsh. Gives it back to Jagger Smith now. Runs to the paint of 50. Gives it to Hudson O'Keefe, who was taken high. And he'll get himself a free kick, Hudson O'Keefe.
Where's Pato gone?
Pato's gone down to watch his beloved Cats in the stands. He's gone to sit with the... in fact, he's just here. He's just below us.
We need him to get his iPad going because it's got the Foxtel on it.
It does. We'll get that fixed for Pickers.
There we go. Now we don't.
He'll have a passcode. There's no doubt about it.
Try Danger 35.
You do that while I call Hudson O'Keefe having a shot on goal. 5 games last year, 3 goals to his name for Hudson O'Keefe.
It's a shot at goal, by the way.
Shot at goal. Apologies.
Yeah.
Getting the kick, getting
soccer, mate.
Getting everything fixed in the pre-season for you, Pickers.
That'll do.
O'Keefe slots it through. Doesn't matter how you get them. And that is a great finish for the Carlton big man.
Good finish, wasn't it?
7-5. In fact, 8-5-53 to 6-5-41 on the scoreboard for Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts.
We need him to give us a password. Just bang on the window. So we can't see the replays. He's that into the Cats beaten beat. He'll be losing his way.
We're nearly at three-quarter time. We'll get him to fix it for you at three-quarter time. How about that?
Yeah,
so
that's fine.
It's Carlton by 12 points. Hudson O'Keefe with his first goal of the evening. And Carlton have kicked 4 in this quarter as we've ticked over about 23 minutes in the third term. John Donohoe, Liam Pickering with you.
Is that Elijah Holmes who kicked that?
Looked like O'Keefe to me, but I need
Foxtel.
Yeah. It looked like O'Keefe, but anyway, we'll confirm that for everyone. My eyes might have tricked me.
It is dark as...
Yeah. Williams.
Yeah.
Deep, inside 50. O'Sullivan. Ollie Hollands wins the footy back, and we will get a boundary throw in.
Let's go to the... go to E. Hollands and see if they're going down for 2.
Where are we?
There. Goals.
Yeah, it was. Maybe it was 2. There you go. I thought I saw 40 on the back. But it was 20.
It's not easy.
On the outer side there. We're a long way away up here, and
we're not that far away.
No,
the reality is it's not like the normal, not like the MCG.
Well, there you go.
The light zone is great.
I apologise to our listeners out there.
Don't worry about it, guys.
Pre-season,
give the kid a go.
We're all just working ourselves out. All working ourselves out in the pre-season. So it was Elijah Hollands.
There's another free to Carlton here. Pat will be losing his mind.
He will.
Second shot at goal from free kick. A high free kick too.
Paddy Cripps.
What are his numbers? He's been pretty good.
Cripps is up
18th.
to 17 disposals. This will be his 18th disposal. So a kick from the left. Half forward flank. About 40-odd metres out. Captain of the West Australian team in the Origin a couple of weeks ago. On his way in now. Long run up and drags this to the left. Out in the full. We've seen a lot of those tonight.
Yeah.
Just dragged it. Bit like a golf swing from time to time.
That's how he played the seconds today.
I swear to you, I saw 4-0 on the back, but it was in congestion, and you were distracting me with your iPad, so...
Oh, was it push out?
I apologise if the ball spills...
don't blame me.
I will. Spills out the back. Spills out the back to Dean. Footy one back by Florenton. We'll get a boundary throw in. We're all just working out our
it's a pre-season
Give
us a bit of a
dust,
chance.
you know? I'll be ready to go for opening round next week.
As long as you're ready for next week.
Absolutely. When the real stuff kicks off. Edwards down into the path now of Ollie Hollands. Spins out of trouble. That was nice from Ollie. Walsh found himself in a little bit of trouble. Cats winning the footy back, but again, Carlton putting the pressure on and Williams getting on the end of it. The quick grubbing kick was good to Jagger Smith. This kid's been prolific tonight.
Turned that one over.
He turned it over. So, Mullen, right half back. Warple via hands, kicks long down the wing. Williams, backwards into defensive 50, finds Dirksen. Dirksen, low, flat, oh, it's dangerous. It was mopped up nicely by Boyd.
Good kick too.
Fanned it to the outer side, and there is number 20, Elijah Hollands.
Call him Huddy. There's a big cheer there.
Yeah.
That looks
Mackay.
like, is that Mackay? Seriously, it is that dark over that side of the ground.
It is.
I can't see who's got it.
Back into Elijah Hollands. Kicks to the outer side where first gamer in Burn, 45 from last year, tried to impact the contest. Mackay with a quick one on the left boot. Half forward, spoil came from DeConing. Guthrie at ground level. Gathered and quickly got rid of it. Walsh was holding the ball. Carlton free kick to Cripps. He's about 65 from goal, so he'll set this one up. Goes short, finds Hewitt. Umpire said not 15. Spun around a couple of times and then threw it on the boot to about 30 from goal. It's cut off by Stewart, who takes it on the chest defensively.
27.5 minutes into the third quarter here, and it's the Blues by 12 points.
Holmes. In line to Zach Guthrie. So no Cam Guthrie in the Cats lineup this year.
No, he's had a great career though.
He did.
A terrific player.
Duncan gone as well.
Never got another look at it after he really another look at after the apprenticeship, best and fairest in the apprenticeship year. Is that smart ass?
14. That's Ollie Florent.
Ollie Florent. He's very good.
Henry sends the Cats inside 50. Pack forms. Polkinghorn. Pickers is already fired up about people doing wrong by the Cats. Walsh.
No, it's just
in
noisy in
defensive
general.
50. Here is Florent again. Young.
They're going to pick the ball up.
Elijah Hollands tight roping the boundary. It was low and flat, and that was a nice kick.
I couldn't tell who it was.
Oh boy, it's nice to be back.
It is.
Williams came back inboard, finds Boyd, who brings it to the broadcast wing.
So they switch here, and you watch. They'll look in the corridor.
Ollie Hollands.
So they're out here because they have to be. The first will be looking inside. Where can I go inside? All right, nothing. I'm going to have to go out to the wing.
Kent went to Evans, right in front of the interchange gates. Final moments of this third term. 28.5 minutes gone for Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts, and this will be cut off by Guthrie. Edwards. Gee whiz, they're all blonde.
Yeah, a lot of blondes.
How am I going tonight? They're all blonde.
Wait until a couple of these put headbands on.
Well, the smother came from Paddy Cripps.
A lot of headbands in the Cats lineup normally. There's a few less this year.
I didn't have the binoculars up on him for that one, so he looked from a distance like Guthrie.
There are a lot of blondes.
Yeah, blondes and long flowing hair, and ball thrown in at half forward for the Cats.
Oh, no free?
No free.
Yes.
Jagger Smith chips inside and finds Evans, who's 40 metres from goal.
How's Bruin not got a free there? He's exactly the same as the last two.
Had his head ripped off. How impressive, though, has Jagger Smith been?
Yeah, he's brilliant.
24 disposals picks.
Yeah.
3 clearances, a goal.
Murray been excellent.
9 contested possessions.
He's been excellent. No doubt about that.
With big Frankie Evans, who kicked one from...
We kicked one from about 60.
From where he's about to line up earlier in the game.
Oh, no, way further out than that. Yeah,
on the three-quarter time siren. He'll pass the paint of 50 when he kicks from 48 metres out. Evans leans back on it and kicks it to the left. So a minor score.
A better quarter, though, Donis.
Very much so. End of the 3. We've got 1 to play. It's 8-6-54. Plays 6-5 at 41. 13-point lead to the Blues for tyre power. Your trusted tyre experts. Last quarter coming up next on AFL Nation.
This is the 2026 AFL Community Series on AFL Nation. Thanks to Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts.
Don't get FOMO this winter. Wait, do the kids still say FOMO? What about 6-7? Is that still a thing? I kicked 6 goals 7 once. Get KO Sports with every game of every round of the 2026 AFL season live and on demand in 4K with no ad breaks during play.
That is incredible!
With all that footy plus the NRL, F1, Supercars, netball and all the other sport you love. You won't miss a thing on KO Sports.
Real people, real products, real fun. No matter who you are, Sexyland has something real sexy for everyone. With Australia's biggest range of sexy costumes, lingerie, couples toys and fun gifts and games for adults. Sexyland. 11 stores in Melbourne and Geelong, open till midnight 7 days a week. Or shop online for 2-hour delivery. Sexyland.com.au.
Hidden Gems of Melbourne. Prince Wine Store in Bank Street, South Melbourne. Wine Enthusiast magazine has voted Prince Wine Store in the top 10 iconic wine stores in the world. The only store in the Southern Hemisphere to be chosen. Up to 4,000 wine lines, all wine regions of the world, from $10 to $10,000. You'll find the perfect wine at Prince Wine Store, bringing Melburnians the greatest wine in the world, delivering Australia-wide. princewinestore.com.au.
Be captivated this autumn carnival when the All-Star Mile returns to Super Saturday on March 7th at Flemington. This is your chance to own the mile and to experience the race day as an owner while watching the All-Star Mile from the mounting yard. Oh, what I wouldn't give to be in the mounting yard with a horse with some sort of a hope of winning the famous All-Star Mile. You'll also have the chance to win a share of $200,000. The All-Star Mile at Flemington, it's Super Saturday, supercharged. Enter at vrc.com.au/own the mile. T's and C's apply.
Tradies, this one's for you. The brand new ABN TradeMates app is here. Made by tradies for tradies. Smart tools for the job right there in your pocket. Stay connected with access to the ABN Group's community updates, the latest news tips and seasonal info. Plus up-to-date safety info and alerts. And when you need support, Subby Assist has your back. Unlock exclusive rewards like sports and concert tickets just for being part of the crew. Download the new ABN TradeMates app today. Stay informed, stay connected, and get rewarded.
Had an accident? Get your car fixed now and pay for it later. Sheen Panel Service are now offering Afterpay with 27 locations across Victoria, a range of over 600 accident replacement vehicles, a lifetime guarantee on repairs, plus Sheen can even pick up and drop off your vehicle. Fix now, pay later at Sheen Panel Service. Find your closest location at sheengroup.com.au.
T's and C's apply.
Grown in Northern Victoria and first cold press within 4 to 6 hours, Cobham Estate is Australia's most awarded extra virgin olive oil. Now, you could be awarded an incredible prize to Cobham Estate's annual harvest. You and a friend will enjoy a private tour of the groves, followed by lunch by Chef Matt Wilkinson. And you'll even catch a chartered flight to and from. Simply buy any bottle of Cobham Estate extra virgin olive oil to enter. Full T's and C's at cobhamestate.com.au.
At State Transport, our people are your solution. Need a reliable transport partner with proven safety, full compliance and service that genuinely stands out? At State Transport, we take the problems out of logistics, delivering seamless solutions every day across local and interstate freight. We remove the stress, solve the challenges and keep your logistics running smoothly every day. Make the smart move. Call State Transport 134 888.
State Transport. Our people are your solution.
This is the 2026 AFL Community Series on AFL Nation. Thanks to Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts.
Flat ball looking for Jagger Smith. Warple got in the way. Smith kept his feet nicely at half forward. Then chips inside 50 to the heart of it. Mackay was the target. Ball off hands. Elijah Hollands from the snap. Around the body kicks the goal. Beautiful finish from Elijah Hollands. Ball back in the middle. Here's Holmes. He bursts out of stoppage. Goes to half forward. He can go for goal here. 55 from home. Holmes bangs it in. He's a star, Max Holmes. He's a star. Got them back into that quarter. It was 4 goals to 2, though, from a Carlton perspective. They lead by 13 points at three-quarter time. John Donohoe, Liam Pickering with you. We are fighting a bit of rust ourselves in the commentary box picks, mainly me. You've just polished off a bag of lollies, which is always good. It's 8-6-54 to 6-5-41 at three-quarter time.
Yeah, at least I'm not calling blokes that played the seconds.
That's true. That's true.
For set shot goals.
That's all right. It's pre-season. We've got to get all our rust out
the
now.
players are blowing the cobwebs off, but
I know.
Carlton have been much better than Geelong so far.
Shannon Neal just with a little complaint.
Oh, hurt his knee in a ruck contest. That's always a worry.
Yeah.
This might be one of those PCL that they're looking at, which is exactly why they changed the rule in the first place.
Yes. So that's a big worry for the Cats if that's
huge worry. He's their
that's a
second
long-termer.
poster.
Yeah.
There's no certainty Cameron will play in the first game, which is next Friday night against Gold Coast.
Yeah.
He's probably going to play, but he's no certainty. And then Shannon Neal has gone into the medical room after what appeared to be a knee clash in the ruck.
Yeah. Final term action about to get underway. 8-6-54 to 6-5-41. It's the Blues by 13 points. And the ball up in the middle goes the way of Geelong, with Edwards getting up high. Although it will fall into the lap of Bruin. Back to Edwards, who throws it on his boot quickly to half forward. Wobbly ball inside 50. One back by Polkinghorne, who coughed it up to Boyd, and Martin, who rode him on the back. And he'll get a free kick, Boyd. He'll go to the outer side of Icon Park. Finds a teammate and jams one into the middle of the ground, Mullen.
Yeah, the idea is right, though. I like what they're doing. They're just trying to bring the ball and be a bit brave. That's a terrible kick.
Ball was smothered. Dempsey got on the end of it. Warple was run down by Williams.
Well, he tried to fend off, and you know what they'd say about that rule.
Yep, can't do it. You got prior opportunity. Jagger Smith through the middle of the ground, looping handball to Ainsworth, who cuts through a little bit of traffic, settles, finds a target. He found Kemp, but couldn't take the mark off the deck. The toe poke came from the Carlton forwards. That was Fogarty, who threw his boot at it. It'll be a boundary throw in the right forward pocket.
Found one. Strawberry cream.
At least you're entertained, Picks.
Well, it's a Wednesday night.
Absolutely.
Normally be watching maths.
In lieu of a couple of pots. Here's Evans from the stoppage. Pokes one at goal, and it stays right for a minor score. So 8-8-56 to 6-5-41. Go home, and Pickers will probably watch maths at, an early hour of the morning, will you?
Yep.
Nice.
Dinner party tonight.
Lovely. They're always spicy. Stewart across the wing. There's a free kick behind play here. Or
no, umpire being over officious.
Yeah, bringing them back.
No, make him go over his mark.
Yeah, still
ridiculous stuff.
Third time of trying. O'Connor squares it up to the middle of the ground at half back. Mullen takes the mark. Comes across the centre square to DeConey. Runs down the wing. Sends him to half forward. Close in a wrestle. Sard pushed him out of it, did well, but the ball bounced for close. Looping handball in the Edwards direction. Got up high, the big man. Can't take it cleanly. He's wrapped up in a tackle and a ball up in the pocket. Left forward pocket, Legends stand end. Carlton kicking to the right of your radio dial. The ball currently down the other end for Geelong in the left pocket. Manor kept it in. Lord towed it forward, but only as far as Bruin. Manor again keeps it in, and Lord wrapped up in a tackle. Ball spilling out. Warple, Smith, Evans was on the end of it, but stolen away by Holmes. Now to Bruin. Tumbles one inside. Williams couldn't trap it cleanly. Sent back to Young. Now on the last line of defence, Dirksen just telling him to come at him. And instead pumps it out of defensive 50 where Jack Henry takes the mark. Back inboard to Mullen. Across the centre square. Dangerous kick. Taylor Byrne was nearly on the hammer of Stewart. Made a contest of it. But Stewart gives it off now to Zach Guthrie from 55. A big fly comes in the goal square. Polkinghorne takes the grab. And from the top of the square, he'll go back and pop through. The Cats 7th.
Well, you'd think he will from there. Although Graham Myers was telling us earlier that maybe his kicking isn't the strength at the minute.
Shouldn't miss from here because he's 8 metres out.
I know he won't miss.
Directly in front. Jay Polkinghorne for his first of the night. Slots it through. And the Cats bring it back to 8 points. 8-7-55, 7-5-47 for Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts.
Yeah, terrific year last year in the VFL, Jay Polkinghorne, and he's on track to play round one, especially if Neil's not playing. I think he'll definitely play. Now, we don't know whether Neil, what the injury is. It did appear that it was from a knee clash, which would tell you it's probably PCL, which aren't great.
No, never good.
So if it's that, and it's any sort of damage, he won't be playing next week. It's only 8 days away.
Well, he's been ruled out. He's got the line through him in black here. So he's been ruled out for the rest of this game, which you can understand.
That was actually a good mark by Polkinghorne.
Yeah, it was.
In the middle of the pack.
Back in the middle we go. Clearance goes the way of Walsh, who bursts away from Edwards. Takes a bounce through the middle of the ground. Can he go all the way? A second bounce. Walsh from 50. Floats it to goal. The money man kicks the goal. That's why they signed him for 8. Fleet-footed, burst out of stoppage and finishes the work. And he's been worth every cent.
Wasn't playing the board yet. First practice match, but that was a brilliant goal. That's the Sam Walsh we all know and love. Fantastic. Another goal from the centre clearance from Carlton, but that was Sam Walsh at his very, very best. Excellent finish from a really good player. He's wearing the headband this year, Walsh. His head's a bit longer.
He's 9-7-61, 7-5-47. We've gone 5, just over, well, nearly 6 minutes in this quarter for Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts. That was nice.
It was excellent. Evaded the tackle, got back into the corridor, and a chasing player in Max Holmes and had enough balance to finish the goal off.
Cripps.
Blues are up and about here.
Here is Walsh again. Gives it back to Chris.
Sniffing another one.
Now to Pitnet. Atkins was there in tow with him. Pitnet got it forward. It was cut off by Zach Guthrie.
Well, they got a nice 14-point lead here, Carlton.
They do. Guthrie chips short to half back to Holmes. Goes down the guts. Looking for a mark. Young came over the top for the Blues.
Cats haven't had a crummer all night.
No. Never. Gave it to Atkins.
Gone too.
Handball wasn't great. Ball bobbling around at centre half forward for the Cats. Pitnet threw it on his boot. It's a good effort by Frankie Evans. He's been really good tonight for the Blues.
Well, he's been busy.
Finds Ollie Hollands down the broadcast wing and now to Mackay. Their skills have been pretty sharp, the Blues. Who squares it up, and just as I say that, he turns this over. O'Connor couldn't take the clean mark. Ball at ground level. Hewitt toes it inboard. Humphreys nearly had his head ripped off.
He's been holding the ball.
Been holding the ball.
Oh, mate. He said you tried to shrug.
He did.
Which he actually did, to be fair.
Evans pokes it into the pocket and finds
he was going on.
Elijah Hollands, who plays on quickly. Squares it across goal. Bounces nicely. And Chesser finishes his work and gets his first goal in Blues colours.
Well, Ollie Henry had to be better there. He had to take the body. Just had to take the body. He was going to go Ollie Hollands. And then you look here. Oh, no, went with an arm when a body was required. And the finish to Chesser. And they've got a nice 20-point buffer here, the Blues. And playing like winners.
10-7, 67, 7-5, 47. For Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts. A couple of unmissable moments from the Blues tonight. For Drinkwise, you won't miss a moment if you drink wise. They've been entertaining.
They've been good.
Yep.
Now they've kicked 3 of the last 4 goals.
They have. Crowd of 7,000 in attendance tonight. 7,155 to be precise at the moment.
Can you get some frees?
Liam Reedy, the former Docker, runs an arc and sends it long inside 50. Mackay was there. Spoil was good from De Koning, playing deep in defence. Tackle laid. 40 metres out directly in front. Campbell Chesser's looked good for the Blues.
What are his numbers?
Coming over. We'll get those in a sec. Reedy.
Is that 12?
Down into the path of Hollands. Thrown on the boot there from the Cats, but one back by Florent. Now to Jagger Smith. Talk about prolific. Goes inboard to Sard, run down by Polkinghorne, but got a boot to ball. Out the back it spills. Running on Elijah Hollands, can keep it in. And with a boundary throw in. You asked for Campbell Chesser, who's had 12 disposals and kicked a goal.
Done that.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Nice work, Picks.
Got the T-shirt.
Nice work. Got the T-shirt. Jagger Smith and Sam Walsh have got 27 disposals apiece.
Yeah, both been good.
4 clearances apiece as well, so good night at the office. Here's Cripps from a standing start. Throws it on his boot towards goal. It's across the face. It's bouncing in the right forward pocket. And it dribbles out over the line.
Yeah, dominated this. Had 84 more disposals. Carlton.
Yeah.
Kicked the ball better. 22-11 the free kick count, so they had a few more frees. Clearances are reasonably even, actually. Just they've had more punch from their clearances. Marks inside 58-5.
Oh, Evans is hurt. He was in a big contest there with Humphreys. We'll keep an eye on that. Florent fed the handball out. Ollie Hollands from a standing start. That's a brilliant goal. On the run, into the pocket, and he threaded the needle. Brilliant finish.
Yeah, they're running all over the Cats at the moment. Excellent. Again, another stoppage. Let's have a look. It was a good bump, clean bump. Oh, just been very sloppy Geelong. A nice finish by Hollands, who's had a good game as well.
Carlton by 26 points. 11-7, 73. 7-5, 47. Give the Carlton fans a little bit of hope heading into
absolutely
a new season.
Absolutely it will.
This is the time of year where hope is important.
Well, they've beaten Brisbane. If they beat Geelong, which they're going to, they've beaten last year's grand finalists in the 2 practice match hitouts. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad. Carlton faithful will be up and about heading into their opening round clash.
Well, you want to go in positive, don't you?
Yeah. Stevens sends the Cats inside 50. You certainly do, Picks. McGovern couldn't take the mark. At the back was Young, and he was wrapped up.
I'd much prefer to be going in with winning form than not.
Absolutely, you would. The Blues go in with 2 wins in their pre-season clashes. Jack Martin gets a free kick. 40 metres out, directly in front for a high tackle.
And had it coming.
So Martin
got one.
He's got one tonight already.
Then into the ground.
40 metres out, directly in front. Pokes at it and slots it. 2 for Jack Martin.
Got so much talent, that
guy. He's making the most of his second coming at the Cats.
Well,
12 minutes ticked over, Pick. Sorry, it's a 20-point margin. 73 plays 53.
It's very rare that you see Jack Martin this time of the year.
Yeah, it's a very good point.
You know, even when he was at Carlton, he didn't play much early in the season.
No.
And Geelong took a concerted effort to bring him back. It was nearly midway through the year before he played last year.
Yep.
Even though they thought he could have played earlier, they had a plan when they got him. We're going to try and fix your body. And he played all the way through, so... And we know what a talent he is. He's super talent. He just has never had a good look at it because of his body. And now I look at Shannon Neal. Yeah, he's got the knee iced up underneath the... I think it's the right knee, or left knee, sorry, which should mean that's good at all. That's a real concern with the PCL.
Blitzarves wins the free kick.
He's been quiet.
Just a shank inside 50. As Smith gobbled it up. Atkins gave it to Martin. That one
kick.
just was a shocker as well. Chesser Mop cleaned up the mess. Ainsworth stood on a dime and just chipped it over the top. Did nicely. Lord, he was shoved. In fact, it was Taylor Byrne.
Look inside again. See, this has been their play tonight. This has been their pattern.
Byrne squared it up to Florin. Wearing the blue boots. Go low and flat. That wasn't a great kick to Liam Reedy. Cats will mop it up. Stevens got the handball away. Another smother from Lockie Young. Here's Jagger Smith again. Cripps, Reedy through the middle of the ground. The big ruckman tried to do too much. And we'll get a ball up. Defensive side of the circle for the Cats.
Impressed with the tackling of Carlton tonight. 70 to 50.
Martin was wrapped up from the clearance. Couldn't get it out. 13 and a half, nearly 14 minutes gone in this final term. Stevens from the clearance. Ball was stopped in momentum there for a moment. Martin came in hard, went at the knees of Elijah Hollins, fed out the back to Humphreys. Hollins still on the deck momentarily. He gets up now as they find a target out of side. Here's Bruin. Stepped in and just... How good was that from Florin? Threw a hand in there and stopped it.
This is a bit of an... This is the one thing about Tanner Bruin's game he's got to get better at.
Yeah.
First gives.
Elijah Hollins.
He tends to do a little bit, try to do a little bit too much. That's gone.
Yeah, that's gone. Atkins should win himself a free kick, does.
What a great tackler Tom Atkins is. Leading tackler in the competition. This is a good switch.
Great switch across the centre circle to Bruin.
Again, give it.
Bruin does give it this time. Zach Guthrie on the edge of the square. Gives now to Clark, and low and flat. That was a nice kick to Manor.
Yeah, Manor, he's done a couple of things tonight, but hasn't been as damaging as normal. This is only his 11th disposal coming up. Good footballer.
So, from about, he'll probably kick this from about 48, I reckon, Picks, or just on the pain of 50 about.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was hardly a breath of wind before. It did pick up, but I couldn't tell you. There's no flags to look at. No. We're just going to have to guess which way the wind's going.
Kicking from left half forward, on his way in, 48 metres out, sets it on its way, and he kicks the goal. Beautiful execution from Sean Manor. Gives the Cats their 9th. 9-5, 59 Geelong. They trail by 14 points, 11-7, 73 for Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts.
And there's still just under 11 minutes left in the game. Margin 14. We've got the answers though, Carlton, tonight. It was a nice finish by Sean Manor. And I do like Tanner Bruin. I think he's a really good player. He's had 25 disposals. I'd just like to see at times. It's just first give. All right.
Sorry, I hit the wrong button.
Yeah, he just muted me and coughed into your own mic.
I'm having a mare tonight.
I'm sure it won't come up on off the bench.
No, it won't.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it won't.
I've got it on good authority it won't. You wouldn't do that to your partner here, Picks. Come on.
You're the most active on our WhatsApp
I know,
group.
through the middle.
Of course I'm going.
Carlton. I'll take every opportunity to throw you under as well. Ainsworth has a ping at goal. Does he bend it back enough? It's short. And it's into the hands of O'Sullivan. Just be kind.
Well, you started to sound like Hutchie.
So I heard that last week.
Be kind. It doesn't realise off the record. So
I know.
Not being kind.
Yeah. There's Clark, who's taken a contested mark over his head. Bruin liked his night tonight as he danced around on the outer side. Finds Stevens. He's going to punch a short
it's a
ball.
risky
Yeah,
kick.
it was real risky, and it was cut off by Lord.
To be fair, Carlton have actually been really alert. They haven't allowed the Cats to have that corridor at all tonight.
Down the middle. Here's Walsh off hands. Did nicely. Gives now to the draftee. Byrne on his way to goal. He's kicked it. Taylor Byrne with his first goal in AFL footy in a practice match.
Yeah, practice match footy.
Yes.
But a nice finish all the same. Let's have a look at the celebration. I've just got to have a good look at this. I'm going to have a look and see whether that's a bit of an over celebration. Well done, Walsh again. It's a beautiful finish by young Byrne. Let's have a look.
No, he didn't give it too much.
Nah, pretty good.
He was
pretty good.
Big smile. Well done to him.
Yeah, good for him.
Best and fairest winner of the Greater Western Victoria Rebels. Pick 45 last year, the small forward.
Only a little fella.
Yeah. So they'll be without Motlop, but maybe he's the answer to their small forward problems.
Well, he's going to have to find one, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know, Walsh has been classy tonight, Sam Walsh. Beautiful pick-up, lovely give. And
great finish by Byrne.
Yeah, the right post inside. Swung right to left, which is unusual for left foot up, but except for Buddy Franklin.
20-point margin, 12-7, 79, 9-5, 59.
What happened then?
It was just a repeat ball up.
Oh, so it went back to a normal ball up.
Yep.
Right.
So Sard in the back half. Good flick out by Dirksen to Williams. He goes to the wing. Geez, big spoil. You heard that in the effects mic. He's big spoil by Stewart.
He's a big, powerful man, isn't he? Tom Stewart.
Yeah.
Hits you, you know you've been hit. Punches the ball, you can hear it from up here.
So someone's saying Byrne kicked 3 goals in the last quarter last week. That was an unofficial practice game.
Yeah,
these are the official practice games.
These don't actually count. Last week doesn't count. They were called match sims.
Match sims.
So
these are,
mind you, they're the same thing.
the goal technically doesn't count to his tally either, so he still hasn't kicked a goal in official AFL footy. Here's Walsh.
He's running well, Walsh.
Bounding down the wing. Gives to his offsider in Cripps. He'll make a good decision. Chips inboard. Finds one of the 3, and it's Lord. They were lining up.
Player loose in the goal square.
Yeah, Lord plays on from a standing start, took 2 steps, drives it long, and DeConing with the spoil. O'Sullivan lands for him. Stewart wobbled one to Jagger Smith.
He'd just come off the bench.
He did. Finds Campbell Chesser on the edge of the boundary.
Oh, they'll be really happy with this. Michael Voss, he can't have done much more with his team in the preparation for the start of the season. Yeah, it won't be easy beating Sydney, and this will mean nothing if they get hammered next week. I just don't think they will. I'm not saying they'll win, but I don't think they'll get hammered. I think they'll be very competitive next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Finds Williams. Too far out to score, about 70 from goal. Drops it into the hole. Spoil came from the Cats. Might come back to Reedy, who gives to Cripps. Snaps around the body, and he's just kicked the goal.
He snuck it in.
Snuck it in. Well done to the Blues. And Liam Reedy was important there. Won the footy back, gave it to Cripps, and the captain did the rest. 13-7, 85 Carlton to 9-5, 59. The Cats, 20 minutes played on the scoreboard for Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts.
It's been pretty comprehensive, this. 26 points is a nice lead in any game of footy. It's just the way they played all night. It's been excellent. And you look at what they've got out of their guns.
Jagger Smith, 30 disposals.
He's at 30. What, Sam Walsh has had 29. Patrick Cripps has had 28. Zion Williams has had 22. Dutchy Hollands, 21. Georgie Hewitt's up to 21.
It's been a good night for the Blues. So there'll be a...
What are they saying here?
Is it a 6-6-6 warning? We're still doing that?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Okay.
Tell you what, they'll be loath to put their knees near each other.
Edwards won that one down to Atkins.
After Shannon Neal's injury.
Warple. High ball to half forward. Underneath it was Clark. Left it behind. Got the quick hands away. Manor into space now for O'Connor, who can run on, snap the ball towards goal and finish a beauty.
Tell you what, you see the way that ball held up there.
Yeah.
So the Cats kicking into the breeze, so the Blues are kicking with it now. That was
O'Connor.
Nice finish.
So 21 minutes played. Margin back to 20 points.
At least we've seen some goals in the second half.
We have.
It was a pretty sloppy first half, but we've seen a bit better transition in the second half of this match.
Certainly have. 13,785.
Tired, mate?
No, 10,565. I got a 10-month-old at home because you don't, so I'm up overnight.
I'm 22 years ahead of you.
I know.
When it comes to that stuff.
I know.
So, yeah, 10 months. You're not the only dad in the world, mate.
No,
We've all had a go.
I didn't suggest it. And had you not pointed out the fact that there might have just been a little yawn there, no one would have known. No one would have known.
It's past my bedtime, too, on a Wednesday night.
Exactly right. Straight home, Netflix on, or MAFS. Here's Sard.
MAFS tonight.
Wobbles one inside 50 now for the Blues.
Catch up.
There's Byrne again. Lively forward. He's won himself a free kick.
Yeah, he looks a likely type, doesn't he?
He does. Plays on quickly.
Umpire says not far enough.
Hewitt back to Byrne now.
Harry.
Central position inside 50. O'Connor using his body nicely. Here's Smith, who tried to fend off. No, and the umpire said it. You're all good. All up.
All G.
Thrown up, 40 from goal. Edwards bobbles around. There's Stevens, weaves his way through a little bit of traffic, sends it down the guts.
Yeah, they broke it down.
Yeah.
With a long kicks today. There's been no marking options. And now Burns.
Dirksen.
No, old mate on the bench.
Oh, yeah.
Shannon Neal. Old Shagger Neal's on the bench. Big scratcher. And the Danger's only played a quarter, so he went off. He's fine, though, I think. They just decided they're only going to play him for 30 minutes. Had an impact, too.
Young, long down the outer wing. Atkins, been good for the Cats.
Of course, no Jeremy Cameron tonight.
No Bailey Smith.
No Bailey Smith.
Gryan, I guess, in the second quarter.
Oh, I think more from the forward line's perspective. There's no Cameron. Now Neil, who's must be in some doubt for next week. He's come off. He's icing up his knee after a knee-to-knee clash in the ruck. Cameron's only not 100% guaranteed playing yet.
Yeah.
No potential Myers either. That forward line's going to look really different.
Thrown in on the outer wing.
For the Gold Coast
Jagger
clash.
Smith again. He's everywhere at the moment. Left that one behind. Atkins picked it up and he was wrapped up in a strong tackle. So the outs, as you mentioned, notable outs. Jeremy Cameron, Reece Stanley, Jake Kolajasny, Gryan Myers, Jack Bowes, Bailey Smith, Tyson Stengel and Toby Conway. Towed forward now for the Blues. Moyer on the end of it. Hewitt gave it off to Jagger Smith again. And he finds Cripps beautifully. Put it out in front of him. He's got something to like. Jagger Smith, 32 disposals. He's had 3 clearances, 16 kicks, 16 handballs, 11 contested possessions for Jagger Smith tonight. Emerging in front of our eyes. But Paddy Cripps now, from the paint of 50, he'll kick. In the left half forward flank towards goal, and it's across the face. And it won't score.
No score.
What's your next game picks?
I'm doing tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Giants and Swans.
Lovely.
It's some oval I've never heard of.
Probably in Sydney, I would imagine, for those two teams. Henson Oval. I think that's where the Giants AFLW team plays.
Okay.
So
right. Well, I'm going to give you a heads up. I'm not going to be there.
Pix is not.
How close is that a dirty night?
Yeah, he has.
4 touches.
Yeah.
And sloppy. I mean, fumbly all night.
Well, the Cats have been pretty fumbly throughout the night.
No, they haven't dealt with the pressure Carlton bought.
Yeah.
They haven't played Jed Hughes. Why hasn't he come on?
Oh, Piggers is talking with his man.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you be on? The game's nearly over.
Yeah. I don't know, Pix.
5 minutes to go. Anybody hasn't had a run.
Edwards from the wing. Kicks down the line. Trying to find a target, but Lewis Young gets himself a free.
Unless they're using that as the sub.
The 5th on the bench type scenario. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, that's all well and good, but it's not like he played in the seconds today.
Yeah, it's strange. Strange situation because he hasn't even moved. I haven't seen him warming up once either. So Young down the broadcast wing. Pitnet, in fact, Reedy. No, it was Pitnet disengaged. He took a nice mark. Plays on quickly, sends it into the forward pocket. Fly comes from Moyer and the spoil came from Guthrie. Out of bounds over the line for a boundary throw-in.
Strange, isn't it?
Yeah. 4.5 to play on the clock for Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts. 13,785 plays 10,565.
He's been gone missing, Pato. He's gone missing since the Cats.
Yeah.
The Blues have got right on top.
He's worried. Here's Taylor Byrne. Oh, nice gather from the stoppage, threw it on the boot towards goal, and it stays to the near side and bounces through for a minor score.
What was their average score last year, Carlton? You know, with all the big guns, you know, Coney and...
I don't have that information on hand.
No, but I'm 85 points against a good team. With a new look forward line.
It's a good question.
I'll be pretty happy.
I'll be intrigued to see how they bring this form into the regular season. As Geelong goes to half forward, Jagger Smith towed one, but only as far as Manor, who chips inside. Ollie Henry left it behind. Then follows up his own work, put Edwards under enormous pressure with the handball, flick to Stevens. They're messing with it now, the Cats, as Florent bursts his way out of defensive 50. And the Blues just...
Good chase by Atkins.
It was a good chase as Boyd flicks over the top, finds Florent, who's run on. It's been good. He might be a good inclusion for them, Ollie Florent. Provides a bit of dash.
Yeah, he's a good player.
He is.
He's terrible.
Apart from that kick, Byrne was the target. Cut off, though, by the Cats. Jack Henry kicked... Ollie Henry kicked it into a teammate. Here's Florent. Look at the numbers for Carlton in the back half here, Picks.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong to kick to.
Sard.
Tell you what, I'm lucky I'm not doing Cats radio tonight.
To Kemp. To Ollie Hollins. And now over the top to Kemp again. Ball at half back. Carlton by 21 points. They're just kicking around in the final stages of this game.
Well, there's 3 and a bit minutes left, so they'll go into the...
Hollins, Dirksen.
Before their first game, basically, ready to roll. With Wiedering back, their best defender's not even playing.
Yeah, I liked Wade Dirksen's game.
He'll hold his spot.
Yeah, especially with Wieders coming back, he still should hold his spot.
I think he will anyway.
He's been really good. Drives this one long down the wing. Reedy in a one-on-one. Ball off hands. Edwards, Nevitt it was, who won the footy and was dragged out over the line. So final stages of this game.
So this is what's been sent through from John. Asked about Carlton's goal-scoring power, if you like. John says, because I heard during the week they kicked over 100 points just once for the year.
There you go.
So that much talked about forward line didn't really function. It's functioning better. Mind you, they've had good supply tonight. Their midfield's been right on top.
Yeah.
But I just think they look like they've got options.
Yeah.
Especially if the ball's on the deck. And that was, I think, where Geelong are vulnerable. They've got a lot of tall, good rebounding defenders, but locking away those little ones can be an issue. We saw it in the grand final. We saw it with Bailey and Cameron and these type of characters. And they're of higher quality than the blokes that Carlton got, obviously. Yeah. But, yeah, I think that can be an area that they could get exposed.
So Dean
Humphrey's is good at that. Yeah. I think Buse would have been handy in the grand final. That's my opinion. He's good at shutting them down.
Sard for the standing start. This one's slapped out all bounds by Reedy. Or the boundary throwing.
Big Edwards has tried hard. He's made a few mistakes, but he's a kid trying to do it all on his own. They'll be loath to put anyone else in there at the moment other than a ruckman after losing Neil from a centre bounce knee to knee. That'll be a concern for even guys like the Coney going in there. Blitzars, they don't want to lose them with a PCL.
Smith bursts his way around the stoppage. Probably been their best player all night tonight, Jagger Smith. 34 disposals.
He knows how to get the ball, but that's never been an issue for him. He's going to get a lot more attention than this.
Yeah, he will.
And mind you, he's had a fair bit of, when he has been on, he's had a bit of Tom Atkins on him at times. He's had 26 himself.
He's small and zippy.
He's a miniature Butters. Yeah, he's a younger version of Butters. He's the same sort of player. Look at him.
Involved again here. It's a good comparison, Picks. Florent kicks it into Atkins, who never stops. Never gives up.
Never stops.
So 13-8-86, 10-5-65. About just over a minute to play. Carlton by 21 points in this first of the pre-season games. Ball thrown in.
Blues fans will go away feeling pretty happy about their pre-season.
Warple wrapped up by Lord. Another ball up on the wing.
Jagger's kicking efficiency, Mick's asked. I'm going to have a look at that.
His kicking efficiency is 56%.
Yeah, so he's going at hitting 1 out of 2 nearly. just over.
Elijah Hollins throws it on the boot quickly and ball tracked to the boundary.
In his defence, though, there has been a lot of stoppage. How many clearances did he have?
He's had 5 clearances.
But there's a lot of that in-close stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of those. I mean, what's Cripps' kicking efficiency?
60?
Yeah.
60%. Stevens run down by Lord. Umpire let it play. Here's Smith. Final stages of this game. Hewitt, he can square it up in the centre square. Pitnetter to get down low. Elijah Hollins feeds the handball off. Cut off by the Cats. Atkins, Clark, now to Warple. Flicking handball over the top from the Cats. Clark again, back to Warple. Sends him inside 50.
Oh, good contest.
Last chance for the Cats. Edwards spun around in the tackle. Close tries to throw boot to ball. Dean with the pressure. And the Cats give it off to Martin, who jams it on the boot for a late one.
It's his third.
He kicks 3 on the stroke of full time.
And a couple of consolation goals by Geelong. And that's his third, so he's actually been okay, Jack.
He has.
Pretty good. But that passage of play where George Stevens thought he was having a walk in the park, I'm not sure what was going on out there. Even in a practice match, it's AFL footy.
Yeah.
You think you've got time just to get a little handball receive and just jog off. In AFL footy, get with the program. And if you come in with that sleepy attitude, I'm not just talking about George, a lot of the players looked off tonight. You know what's going to happen? They're going to run into a pink machine up on the Gold Coast who will be ready and raring to roll, especially that midfield. So the Cats boys would want to be much better next week.
13-8, 86 to 11-5, 71 for Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts. Back in the middle, final seconds tick down. Hewitt on the end of it, toes it forward in the direction only of Mullen, who gathers and spins around, and the siren goes. And Carlton's final tune-up, full of positives as they head into opening round. They win by 15 points, 13-8, 86 to 11-5, 71 in front of their adoring fans at Icon Park. So an impressive night, albeit a pre-season game, but as Pickers mentioned, you want to go into the regular season in form, and that's what Carlton are, with 2 pre-season victories to their name, one in a match sim against Brisbane, and tonight against the other grand finalist in Geelong. 13-8, 86, 11-5, 71 in front of 7,155 people at Icon Park. Liam Pickering, our expert tonight. What did you think, Pix, your overall observations?
Overall, I thought Carlton were terrific. I thought their midfield was excellent. You look at Jagger Smith, 37 disposals. Georgie Hewitt up to 30 in the end. And Cripps and Walsh, 29, both with good run and good games. Excellent. Forward line looked zippy. It looked dangerous. And I thought their pressure was good. Their tackling was terrific. 82 tackles to Geelong, 56. Tells you the pressure they brought to the game. So overall, Carlton, massive big tick. Cats looked slow, looked sloppy, got belted in the midfield. Forward line looked like really out of sorts.
Yeah.
A number of players looked completely out of touch.
Yeah.
And now there's an injury to Shannon Neal, which looks a knee injury. It was a knee on knee with Cameron probably going to play round 1 next Friday night. The forward line looks a bit of an issue.
It does.
Ollie Henry looked completely out of sorts tonight.
Jagger Smith, the best player on the ground in his second season. His first real season of football, though, after last year he missed 37 disposals. He had 18 kicks, 19 handballs, 2 tackles, 15 contested possessions, Pickers, to go along with his 5 clearances, and ground ball gets with 13 at a 56% efficiency. So that's something for the Carlton fans to really look forward to.
Oh, 100% it is, yeah. And that's the thing that they missed last year. That little bit of an energy boost, and that's what he brings.
Yep.
He brings energy. The way he's around the ball, I said he's the closest thing I've seen to Zach Butters coming through the system, and Carlton were delighted to get him at pick
4, I think. 3 or 4,
whatever pick it was.
3.
In fact, they jumped up and down. They gave themselves a big pat on the back.
Yes, they did.
The Nick and Mick show, and you can see why. And Carlton fans were screaming out for a year to see him, and a lot of people when he was at under 18 level thought, it might be a bit light for They said the same about Butters.
Yeah.
He plays like Butters plays like a wrecking ball. This bloke plays a good inside-outside game, more an outside game, but a beautiful finisher and a really, really talented player. I thought the other big positive was Walsh. I thought Walsh's game was superb. So he had the run back, he had the metres gained, he kicked that beautiful goal.
Yeah.
Some good highlights for Carlton tonight.
Absolutely. They're big names getting involved. So along with Smith, 37 disposals, Hewitt 30, Cripps 29, Walsh 29, and I really like the game of Ollie Hollins with 24 disposals.
Good. He runs hard, doesn't he?
Yeah, just marshalling things across the centre of the ground. And great to see, not Hudson O'Keefe, but Elijah Hollins, who kicked the 2 goals on the night as well. Great to see him back and looking fit and firing as well.
Oh, no doubt. Who?
Thanks, Pix.
He was good.
Thanks, Pix.
He was terrific.
Finally, what was your unmissable moment for drink-wise tonight? If you won't miss a moment if you drink-wise.
You call Hudson O'Keefe, who was playing in the seconds. It was a Sam Walsh goal. I thought that goal was just was the play of the night, and it was Sam Walsh that Carlton fans know. Everyone knows. They've just given him an 8-year deal. That is why they gave him an 8-year deal, for what he does tonight and what he can do when he's fit.
Absolutely. So we're all, as I said, we're all just dusting off the rust from the cobwebs from what was a big off season, and hopefully I'll be better for the run. You'll be better for the run, and the players, the Carlton and Geelong players, will be better for the run as well. Like you like to do, I'm going to let you go. I can take the last 10 minutes on my own.
Are you going to take
a break? No. Well, there's only 10 minutes to go, Pix. So I'm going to take a break, come back, and wrap things up from Icon Park. Thanks, Pix. Good luck for the rest of the week.
I'll see you over the weekend. Expect some votes.
Yeah.
Well, not some votes, but expect to be an off the record. You know that's going to happen.
No,
right?
I think you'll leave your old mate alone this week, won't you?
If you weren't so active on our WhatsApp group, putting me in all the time, well, you know what? You're going to go in Saturday morning. You better be tuned in.
Well, I'll erase the tape.
There's too many of the boys listening.
Yeah, I'm sure. Thanks, Pickers. Appreciate all your work. We're going to take a quick break here on AFL Nation. It's been great to be back, and we'll wrap things up on the other side of this.
This is the 2026 AFL Community Series on AFL Nation. Thanks to Tyre Power, your trusted tyre experts.
Miss your favourite show? Want to catch up on an interview? Download and listen to every SEN podcast when you want it. Or on the SEN app.
Breakfast with Gary and Tim.
The biggest news yesterday as I was wading around listening to the boys was the recommitment of Sam Walsh to the Carlton Football Club, which I thought was great initially. Well, I do think it's great for Carlton that he's stayed, but then the 8 years caught my ear. What was your French reaction to this?
I was a little bit surprised too, mainly because of his recent battles with injury and the fact and the question mark probably that should still remain about his durability. But they're in the best position to gauge that. You know, like clubs would be doing all sorts of testing, understanding where players are at physically, you know, and comparing their results of other years to this year, that type of thing. So they should be in the best position to make a judgment on whether or not he's going to be able to play for another 8 years.
Which is not to say clubs have got it right. So Melbourne's extension of Clayton Oliver's bitten on the backside. So whether it is his body or his mind, they didn't quite get it right, did they?
I think it's the mind part there.
And so there's no problem there from Sam Walsh's point of view. Sam Walsh is, everyone's...
He's a model citizen, Sam Walsh.
Thank you.
Yep. He's a full and thorough professional. Yep. And the other thing, if you look at once upon a time you got to 30 years of age and everyone thought, okay, well, you know, that's the tipping point. You know, there's not much footy left in you. I'll give you a couple of names there, like Zorko, 37 years of age. Danger, playing into his mid-30s. Pendles, 30... Is he going to be 39? I think he's 39 this year. Maxi Gorn, Sidey, like there are a lot of guys now because of the sports science. They've been looked after the way they are, and that's part of this. When you're making that judgment call on a player at your team, you've got to look at all that and say, okay, what are we dealing with here? What type of player are they? Are they a player that is 100% geared around making sure that they prepare themselves?
So he ticks all those boxes.
The best, and he would tick all those boxes.
But physically, you don't know what's going to come up. That's the risk in it. The inherent risk is not that he's going to go off the rails or he's going to get caught up in a lifestyle issue that's claimed plenty of players in recent times. That's not the issue. The issue is whether his body's going to be able to sustain the rigours of footy for the next 8 years. And there is a question mark because he has had back injury, which is, I think is of great concern. But well done for getting this signature, and there's no question that Tasmania looms large in all of this argument. The other argument about it is, and Kane, Kane Corn spoke about this yesterday, is whether or not they should have looked at this more aggressively and said, no, now's the time for us to go big on rebuilding. So take him to the marketplace. This is Kane's thoughts on it. Take him to the marketplace, cash in, get as much as you possibly can, and start your rebuild now. They'd already started it. They've got Jagger Smith. They've got Andrew Walker's son probably coming.
Yeah, they've got young Dean.
Yeah, young Peter Dean's son. So his thought is to continue on that role. Let's have a listen to Kane.
But it is, however, a massive list management blunder. And it tells me one thing. This is a club that still doesn't know where it's at. Walsh was the only valuable asset left on the playing list to cash in. He was the absolute key to accelerating this rebuild before Tassie monopolises the draft and shuts the door on the rest of the competition.
So, as always, well considered and well argued, and I don't have a problem with that. I think you can argue that case. My question is, where does that sit in terms of Zach Merritt, who also was wanting to move? The opportunity for Essendon to take 3 first-round picks as a result of it would have been the result. And I'll have to ask Kane. He had this to say at the time about Essendon and the way that they handled Zach Merritt.
Essendon played it so well throughout the trade period. You've got him for 2 more years. There is zero reason for Essendon to need to be renegotiating the contract of Zach Merritt, who's no longer their captain. Just worry about it in 18 months' time.
Different because they're not, wasn't extending. They're just keeping him to a contract. But there was an opportunity for Essendon to bite the bullet and say no, as Kane has alluded to with Carlton, bite the bullet on Zach Merritt. Go aggressive. Get him to Hawthorn. Take the 3 first-round picks.
They already had early picks, though, too.
Well, they did, but marry it up. Where do you think you are, Essendon? Where do you think you are in your process of trying to get yourself right for the next premiership?